anybody want to give a recap here? You know what? I'm actually going to give you guys each an inspiration token. Let's do that first. 1 to all
Yep.
players.
Don't have to recap at all.
Yeah, I was about to
Absolutely.
recap, but now I don't know.
We killed an undead mind flayer.
Mhm. That's right. That's right.
We
Kept
Started
popping
off
around
with
like a
Abelard.
bastard.
yep. And the little guy's name Bransby and I traveled down to the city Krylor.
I'm
Yes,
backseat
thank you.
driving.
Oh, that creep.
It's a team effort.
I forgot about that creepy looking guy.
It's not creepy.
Oh god.
His mouth is very wide.
If I saw that in person, I'd run. I'm just saying.
So me and Bransby, Abelard and Bransby, headed down to Krylor, and where he was like doing a town crier kind of thing, asking for help. We gathered the party and traveled back to Plimsdale, thank you, where there had been the local hero Cassandra Smallborough had gotten sick. She was negotiating on behalf of Ragnar Ravenrock between Ravenar, which is the new nation founded by like goblins and hobgoblins and such. Bunch of goblinoids and
Is
humanoids.
Ragnar from there? That's where I was a little confused.
No, Ragnar's from here.
Okay, he's
but
from
he
Plimsdale.
he recently converted religion.
Okay.
So he went to Ravenar, and then he became enlightened, and then said, fuck Morden, I'm switching my god.
Okay.
And also the Good Hills Union was in on that.
In on the negotiations. So it's sort of similar, like in the sense that what you're saying, and that the Goblinoids founded Ravenar. Well, they didn't actually found it. It's more like they were part of an army called the Army of the Returned, which essentially was like an army of Goblinoids that was, waging war north of Kioland. And at the center of this, at the peak of the climax of the actual major battle to take over one of I don't remember the city's name, but anyway, at the climax of that battle, there was a ritual that was enacted where this artifact called the Staff of Light basically exploded and turned all of those evil goblinoids into good creatures.
Oh, got it.
And then from there, they were like, "Oh shit, why are we fighting? We should all be friends."
Should make love, not war.
Let's do a drum circle, man.
So that's how Ravenar
Yes.
essentially
Got it.
And that was about over 20 years ago.
Okay, got it. So Cassandra was like brokering a deal between all these parties.
Because Plimsdale is low on food and stuff,
And
and Ravenar wants gold and stuff.
yeah,
And
and
from what I
Ravenar.
understand, Ragnar has gold because he has the mine, so he wants to offer Ravenar the gold in exchange for food for
Yes.
Plimsdale.
Correct. That's
So
right.
Ragnar is essentially acting for both Ravenar and Plimsdale in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This is where he lives. This is where his mines
Got
are
it.
and stuff like that.
But a lot of people are upset with that and don't want it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Good Hills Union, wants to negotiate more of a fairer trade. So they feel like an exchange of just food and livestock for gold and gems and ore is not really a fair trade.
Okay.
Which is ridiculous. That's almost perfect.
Well, nonetheless, that's what they think. And so we went to Cassandra. We met Cecil Shiningbeard, the town leader. He surprisingly doesn't actually have a beard, just a really nice braided stash.
Shining stash.
But anyway, Cassandra was poisoned. Elaine, the druid, is watching over her. She tasked us with retrieving mushrooms, which we didn't ask what they looked like, so Abelard is now tasting all of the mushrooms just to check.
I'll help you out.
Cassandra was just given 1 day to live, so we're going and trying to find these mushrooms. But then, trying to find out who poisoned her, there are 3 members of the Good Hills Union who have been placed on house arrest because they are under investigation, I guess. And we found a letter or it was like a transcript of a speech of a
Their
meeting.
Mhm.
Of their meeting that we found. And
Oh, it was more like given to you. It was given to you by Colbert Willowbark, which
that's
is
right.
the councilwoman.
That's right. There was an earthquake 5 days ago in the mine, and there's some warden in the stockroom what is he, a construct who we got to be careful about, but otherwise there's these dwarven shaft breakers which we can use from the stockroom to like block any entrances to the Underdark, which there definitely are because we've already fought a mind flayer.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we went down there and we fought the mind flayer, and Abelard got the nice final smash on his head, which was nice. And
All right.
that's it.
That's good. All right, good job. So at this point, looking around the main room that you're currently standing in, it looks to be some sort of lobby. Just to quickly describe the room again, it seems to be littered with discarded pickaxes everywhere. And from what you could tell, there's a tunnel that leads north and a staircase that descends south. And then obviously there's dead bodies here, along with the body of the dead Alhun, the undead Illithid. And then the walls themselves and the ceiling, you can see, are littered with numerous cracks, where within the cracks, as Abelard described, are mushrooms growing. The mushrooms appear to be growing in like disc-like shapes, and they seem to be everywhere. And it kind of there's a very moist, damp, earthy smell to this place as well, from what you could tell. You don't sense any breeze because you're underground. So you definitely feel like, there's thousands of tons of rock pressing on you from all sides. But, you get the impression that this fractured nature to the walls and ceiling, with all these mushrooms and floors, is not normal. You don't think that the mine has always been like this, in other words.
Like, so cracked, do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And growing.
Now, it could be a result of the earthquake, or it could be something else, but, you don't recall anybody describing the mine in this way to you.
There must be magic afoot here.
Well, which way are we gonna go?
Did we search the Illithid yet?
I don't recall you having searched the...
All right, let's do that.
Okay. The only thing that you notice of value on the Illithid is an actual, what appears to be arcane spellbook. It's kind of got like a purplish, almost like flesh-like texture to the cover, and seems to be stitched together, and the pages are like really brittle. They don't feel like paper at all. They just feel like very stiff, brittle material with arcane writing written on them.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Well, I don't think books are gonna help us down here.
Yeah. Aside from that, there's a spell component pouch filled with a numerous, odd spell components. eyelashes, desiccated spiders, other things.
This guy's got makeup.
Must not be good. He didn't look too good.
Well, you can't fix zombie. Well, I don't know. I could try.
All right.
Just need more blush. That's all.
Oh, there's also three what looks to be ever-burning torches in this room. They're on the walls to the north, east, and south. And you don't hear them crackling. You just see the flames, kind of like an orange, reddish flame, providing light to the room. But you don't see any light from the hallways to the north and south.
Which
can't
of
tell,
you go
'cause I can see
have
all
dark
of
vision?
Me.
Like only Abelard.
You might want one of those.
What a what?
Good idea.
The ever burning torches.
Oh, I
Yep,
didn't even notice.
so-
that.
So conveniently, they're only about 4 feet off the ground. So
So I jump
Hi.
up a little and grab one.
you can easily pop it out of its sconce. So now you're holding an ever-burning torch, and essentially that will give you 40-foot radius of light, 20 of which is dim.
Great.
You could have asked. I could have grabbed it for you.
Nope,
It's just
nope.
short.
I like to take care of myself. Thank you very much.
So
Self-reliant, darling.
I do recall that Nova did some scouting to the south. You went down the stairs, and then you found the hallway that kind of veered off to the east. Very worked stone, from what you could tell. So that's the only area you've explored. When you were down there, I believe I also described to you that there was what looked to be a doorway about 40 feet in on your left side. And you thought you heard the heavy pounding of footsteps going away from you and coming closer in a rhythmic fashion.
That sounds like a warden. Or someone who patrols, like a warden.
Well, maybe we should go there and get some supplies.
I thought the warden was a giant robot and we weren't supposed to go near it.
Well, we just
Yes.
have to. I think we just have to be wary of him.
So I believe Ragnar also told you that there were such a thing as called as dwarven shaft breakers. And he requested of you that if you do find, he requested two things of you. One was if you do locate any of the living miners or the mine foreman by the name of Belfast Bricken, to find out what happened to them. And then number two was if you do see any open tunnels to the Underdark, for you to use the dwarven shaft breakers in the storeroom to collapse them.
It's all coming back to me.
So we need to go get them from the storeroom, I guess.
I think so.
And there's a warden there.
Yeah.
I see how this is
Something
going.
worse than that.
I'm pretty sneaky. I'm pretty light of foot. I can try and just sneak in and grab them, and I'm pretty quick too.
I mean, I got some magic too.
We could try and not try and sneak around them. I don't know how perceptive big machines are.
Give it a shot.
Okay, so you can go ahead and start moving your characters if you decide to leave this room.
Oh, we're not.
We're not on the
We're
map.
still on the other map.
Oh, my bad. It would probably help for me to put you on the map. There you go.
I mean, I guess we could do that.
I thought we were rolling on
Hero of the
theater of
mind.
mind. I wasn't. Yeah.
My bad. I'm very sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So also in this room is a 250-pound approximately iron door that was, bent a little bit out of
Thrown
shape
him out.
and dropped onto a ghoul.
Do we want to take that with us? Throw it at the warden?
Maybe that's not a good idea.
Could help. Could help.
I don't
We can run back, and then I'll pick it up and throw it at the warden.
Well, let's check it out. See if he's actually in there, which I'm pretty sure he might be. And then we'll decide what to do from there.
Okay.
Lead the way, Grandpa.
God damn it.
You said you were sneaky.
All right, so you go down a flight of steps, which to you seems like it's a descent of about 60 feet. And it's not accurate on the map. It's not the scale. And then you see that the tunnel is of worked stone. It continues with the cracks and the mushrooms. And it goes on for quite a while. But you do notice that approximately here is almost what looks to be an opening.
Okay.
And opposite of it is maybe about a 20-foot wide alcove of unworked stone.
I'm like
Okay.
following behind you, like way too close.
God, she's breathing down my neck. Wait.
Now, if you did heal last time we played,
With some
I don't know
hit
if your hit points are accurate or not, but
I think it
Yes,
did.
yes.
Yeah, mine are
Used
full.
almost all my hit dice to get
I
where I
didn't
am.
use all my hit dice, but I probably should.
Yeah, I used most of my hit dice as well, and a healing potion.
And then we have 3 left.
Sneak up and peek around the corner.
yeah. So as you guys are getting closer, you guys can begin to hear, all of you, the sound of what to you sounds like heavy footfalls or heavy footsteps coming from that room. And they seem to be getting farther away from you, and then they approach, and then they get farther away, and then they approach. And this whole process takes not very long at all, maybe about every 10 seconds or so. But it's like boom, 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 boom.
Are you going to do your Mr. Lightness of Feet thing?
Yeah, looking at the door itself, Abelard, you can see that the door appears to be appears marked. It says storeroom in a plate above the door. You can read Dwarven, right? Actually, it's written in common as well. So it says in common storeroom, and then underneath are Dwarven letters, which you can only assume also mean storeroom. And the door itself appears to be locked because you can see that there is a big, padlock on it. And I'm sorry, not a padlock, but an actual door lock with a keyhole and everything. And it's wooden. It's made out of wood, and it's reinforced with iron strips.
That says storeroom.
I feel like I might be not so sneaky opening this door.
I mean, if you believe in the power of friendship, and I put my hand on his shoulder.
All right, I'm going in.
Nice.
So I'll
I
go
don't
and
think he believes.
I'll try to just very slowly and quietly open the door.
I'm still behind.
Okay. So it appears like the door would open toward you.
Mhm.
And as you try to turn the knob and pull on it, it doesn't turn. You definitely can tell that it's locked.
Did he give us a key? I don't remember.
He did not give you a key.
Okay.
Is there a keyhole on the door?
There is.
I think we need a key. I'm pretty smart.
Yeah.
You're very smart, Grandpa. Very smart indeed.
What?
So,
We
where's
can
the
keep
key?
searching around.
I guess we'll gotta search any bodies if we find any miners or such. Maybe we can find this Belfast fella, and he'll have a key if he's alive. He'll probably still have the key if he's dead, actually.
Probably. Let's go look. And then I walk ahead.
Ah!
Okay, so when you get to about there, you begin to see that the tunnel ahead forks. To the left, you see what appears to be, or to the north, I would say, workstone. You see a sharp corner. And then to the right, you see a lot of unworked stone, as if there's a tunnel that just goes to the southeast.
There's two paths. You would think people who are alive or not alive would be down the path that they were working on. So
Okay.
let's
But
go
wait, do we
visit.
know
So,
that?
as you step to there, Nova, you also notice that as you begin to look into this room, you could see that it is a very, very, very large chamber to the north. You can see that the chamber appears like an almost like an inverted ziggurat. The ceiling itself is about 30 feet off the ground and seems to ascend to an even higher depth of unworked cavernous stone that's just shrouded in a lot of darkness. On the ground level, where you're currently standing, is, like I said, an inverted ziggurat pyramid. You can see that there is a 10-foot walkway where immediately ahead of you, about 10 feet, and a little farther off, you can see just the bare shadows of what look to be pulleys or some sort of a mechanical contraption that has ropes and wheels, and it seems to be pointed toward the center of the actual ziggurat.
Ooh, there's cool wheelie things in here, guys. I can see everything.
Yeah, now you can see a lot more, and
So, Joe, this chamber to the south, you said that it's unworked stone. Do we have any idea if like this is what the connections to the Underdark would look like?
Yeah, so as you take a closer look, it appears, because of the unworked stone, it appears to be like just a natural tunnel. It could potentially connect to the Underdark, but you won't know unless you investigate some
But
more.
It's not like
But
a
you do
burst
notice that
through.
it's not marked in any way. You don't see any plaques or indicating direction or
Okay.
identifying this tunnel in any way.
I think we should be careful about these unworked paths. They might be lead to the Underdark.
See any more mushrooms?
Yeah, you see mushrooms everywhere.
It's the same mushroom we saw before, right? It's no
Pretty
different.
much.
Not different.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Don't eat those ones.
Yeah, it
So,
didn't taste
Nova,
very
you
good
get to
last time.
there, you have 120-foot dark vision, right? Like really, really fucking far.
Yep.
Okay. You notice two things. Actually, a few more than two things. So first, you notice that there's approximately 6 pulleys in total. Number one. Number two is that this level, the level that you're currently on, it seems to be the top and descend to a second level, maybe about 10 feet below it. It's kind of hard to tell from your current angle how far below the ziggurat levels go. Number three is that ahead of you, all the way to the north, you can tell that there's another tunnel, roughly about 90 feet away. Okay, that goes off to the right, to the east.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, I'm sorry, not lastly, but almost lastly, you see that there's a green, clockwork type of door. You see that it's filled with gears. It appears very large and very tall, maybe at least about 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall. And it's lined with gears and other mechanisms all across of it. And when I say it's green, it appears to be a green, shiny, metallic color and appearance. And there seems to be dwarven writing written on the door itself, but you don't see any common translation to the actual writing. Okay,
Well,
and
I
then
can
finally,
read it anyway.
oh, if you
That's
can
my
read it anyway,
ability.
you do. You have the ability to read all writing.
All writing, yep.
Okay, so you do recognize it. The words form in your mind, and you read the phrase "Love of iron is eternal."
Mm.
But, however, you don't have very much time to ponder what the phrase means because a strange creature seems to descend from the ceiling.
What?
Aboleth!
No, Evelyn!
Wait, I probably don't see it.
It left its water just for us.
It's a thing of nightmares hovering in place. You see that its spheroid body
An
primary
apple.
feature is a great bulging eye that sits
Oh,
above
shit.
a wide, toothy maw. with smaller eye stalks that surround its body, twisting
my
and
God.
turning
I prefer not to.
menacingly.
Oh god.
Hold it.
There's my identify creature check.
Do I identify this creature?
Yeah. So Barnabas, I believe you can see it right on the map. Can everybody? Well, anybody who can see it on the map.
Mhm.
Oh no, I don't
I
see it.
see it.
Yeah, I cannot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you got to be able to see it.
Nice.
So yeah, and at the moment you cannot see it. But Nova, I think you can. Yeah, you definitely can.
See
You can tell that from, like I said, the ceiling itself above the area where the ziggurat starts to invert is about 60 feet high. And this creature kind of came out of the shadows out of the top of that, and currently is about 30 feet above the level that you're currently standing on.
Oh, cheese and biscuits, there's a big giant eyeball dude over there.
Oh, it's definitely noticed you because you guys are holding the light and
Nope.
you're making the effort to be quiet, so we can jump
Yep.
into initiative.
You know, I was-
Initiative at this
I-
point.
I literally was just telling someone yesterday about how I've never fought a beholder before. I guess I should
Got your
go.
wish.
Yeah,
Your fault.
I know. I made this happen.
All right. Let me,
Hence, they're not fun.
Shit.
Well,
Well-
Abelard just at this point is lighting up his pipe
Well, I have.
because Nova is the only one who's seen the monster. Correct?
yeah. At this point, she's the only one that's seen the monster. I don't know. You're free to say something. Something that would take you 6 seconds or less.
Yeah, there's a giant eyeball monster over there. If you guys can see it, you probably can't. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's huge.
What?
All right.
So it looks like everybody rolled initiative. Let me fix the order here. All right. So when she says that, really the only person that's not surprised, Nova, and obviously the creature, because she's the only one that actually spotted it before it decides it wants to eat you guys for lunch. So just give me a second here. Unfortunately, the beholder got a 12, Nova's got a 9, so you guys will be able to act in the next round.
Great.
Alright, so just give me a second. Need to find my monster here. Alright. Okay. So it turns its big central eye at you guys. And
That's not good.
it is gonna shoot 3 rays all at Nova.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
Disintegrate.
Uh,
Bye.
Disintegrate.
woo!
All right, so first thing I need for you is you see a ray that kind of looks like a bunch of pink hearts, just like shooting at you, like one after another, and it strikes you right in the center of your chest. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I feel like she would opt to be hit by that with her character.
Ooh,
Hearts, yes.
me.
We're fighting Care Bears?
I don't know.
What is going on?
Beholder Care Bear.
Oh, you are charmed
Oh,
by
shit.
the beholder. Yeah.
Wow.
You're gonna
I
be
had an
saving.
idea too. I mean, I have like 2 great options to do here. I don't know which one I want to do.
So let's see. Maybe I won't hit you with all the other rays. So
So generous.
get some other people. I do have a clear shot at Gavrian, so we'll target Gavrian next with the next one. One of the rays, let's see, seems to be a black ray that just like trails ash. And I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. And this is on Gavrian.
Ooh.
Okay. So you
I
are
better make that.
okay. You're coming and you're like, oh shit, and you kind of steel yourself, before it does any real damage to you, but you are still going to get hit with some of it as you feel the enervating nature of it drain your life force a bit, and you're gonna take 20 necrotic damage.
Jeez.
Because you pass the save, you take 20.
Holy baloney.
And then let's see who I want to hit next.
I'm gonna go get that steel door. I'll be back. Good luck.
I think the only other person, I think Abelard, you're pretty safe here because I can't really reach you. But the only other person I can actually maybe hit is Barnabas.
I don't know. I don't have vision on it, and I would be. I mean, angle wise, I don't think it would be able to hit me.
You should.
Nope. I see right
I'm
here
gonna
is the
go
edge.
for Gavrian again. And I think I rolled a number 1. I don't know if I could do the same thing twice. That doesn't matter.
Not sure.
Oh, I re-rolled duplicates. There you go. There's the answer I was looking for. All right, 9. Let's see what I got this time.
Uh-oh.
Oh. All right, so Gavrian, I need you to make me a
like that
dexterity
laugh.
saving throw. You see a shimmering green ray come right at you at this point.
Nah. All right. I have advantage to dex saves. See if it helps. Probably not.
No, it doesn't help. Okay, so you get hit smack with it right in your head. Let's see here.
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, you just been uncovered. So this is actually force damage. You find it smacks you right in the center of the head. You're gonna take 47. Let me know if that drops you to 0.
It does not.
Oh, thank God.
So fortunate for you, you do not disintegrate.
I'm just gonna start re-rolling right now.
Yeah, were we supposed to have backup characters?
The thing I'm getting hit with this. I started with over 100 hit points.
Shit.
Yeah, I got 50.
Clear shot.
Yeah.
I was gonna hit
Oh.
Barnabas instead, but he made the argument.
No,
if he
don't
can't
hit
see me,
Barnabas.
I can't see it. So.
Yeah, it's the bus argument. The truck argument. They can't see me. I can't see you.
All right, so at this point, you are charmed, Nova. You act in turn, and then we'll jump into the first round of combat, and that would be top of the round would be Barnabas. So first, Nova, who's currently charmed.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can do anything about that.
Well, Nova goes first.
Well, I can't do anything, right? Because I'm charmed.
Well, so you're charmed. You have the charmed condition.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't attack the charmer or target the charmer or harmful abilities or effects.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an advantage on any ability check. the beholder has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with you. But the important part is that you can't attack it, but you can do other things like you can heal. You can quaff a potion. As long as you don't harm the beholder in any way.
That thing just kicked a lot of my ass.
I don't know. He seems super friendly. I think you guys want to go talk to him. I think
Kill
he's
me
my new
first.
best friend. But I
Oh.
will totally drink a potion. Where's my okay. 4 D4 plus 4, right? Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Wait, did I do that right? Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, that's not that bad. And I will walk closer though, cause I want to go talk to him.
Yep.
He's my new best friend.
So when you get to there, you notice that it's a 10-foot drop to the lower level.
Ooh.
And then from that 10-foot drop, so there's a 10-foot wide landing right below you.
Mhm.
And then furthermore, there's another lower level, another 5 feet after that. I'm sorry, 10 feet after that to a level that's about 5 feet wide. So is that clear? This is 10 feet wide, and then this is 5 feet wide.
Okay. Cool. And can I make another wisdom saving throw at the end of my turn?
No, you are charmed for 1 hour. So unless
Oh.
I harm you in any way, you are charmed.
Oh
Yeah,
my
okay.
god.
I'm cool with that.
Oh.
He obviously loves me the most.
So if you're done,
Yep.
I'm gonna start then. I'm gonna go to Barnabas.
Yep. I cast Mirror Image on myself as my action.
Okay.
And you said it's 30 feet up in the air, yeah?
That's correct, yeah. Oh, if you're talking, Kevin, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just thinking and making noises to myself.
All right. I see your lips moving, but I didn't hear any
It was,
sound.
ah, da, da, bu, 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 bu. I'll use a bonus action to give myself 20 temp hit points.
Okay.
It's
All right.
basically I become covered with ice and it kind of goes into my skin and I just look hardier. It's weird, but that's what it is.
Iceland.
And I'll stay right where I am until.
Yeah, at the moment
other
you're small enough that you can kind of hug the wall and it can't see you, and like I said, you can't see it.
I'm good.
Okay, so next in the round is Gavrian.
Okay. 5, 15. It is 30 feet up.
It is 30 feet up. Yep.
And all this area is this just goes down deeper.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And he's 30 feet up from the bottom of this inverted ziggurat. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna get a little 15, 20.
Oh.
I'm just putting an icon on myself to remind you I have mirror image on.
Okay. You need to take back those 10 hit points, Nova. So when you drink the potion, it just tastes like Kool-Aid. Nothing happens.
No. I mean, I like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Kool-Aid's not so bad.
That's the important part.
Fake potions. I'm gonna down a potion of greater healing.
Tell me if it
Okay.
tastes like Kool-Aid.
It tastes like Kool-Aid.
Wait, what?
So the beholder's got a central eye that is looking at you guys at the moment. And if you know anything about beholders, they have an anti-magic field within their central eye, which means that magic items don't work.
Oh.
Or spells or anything.
Well. Shit.
Okay. All right, I'm done.
All right, so you're finished, Abelard.
All right. I'm going to start running into the room. That's 15 feet. All right. I see him. Kind of. Barely. So he's looking at me right now?
Yeah, he is looking pretty much directly at the doorway.
And he's... How high up in the air is he? I'm sorry.
He's 31.
Okay. So I ran 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I'll continue Whoops. That's 15, 25. 35. Actually, I'm going to run down the stairs towards it. So getting to there was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, you
It's a
just hop right
10-foot
off.
descent.
It's a 10-foot drop, so
So I can just hop
you
off.
don't have- yeah, you just hop off.
Okay. 35, 40. And now, would I have seen them take their potions so I'm aware that these things don't function?
Yeah, you didn't see any knitting of anything like that, so no
Okay.
signs that the potions actually worked. And keep in mind now you're 40 feet below it because you dropped.
Okay. Got it. All right. Yeah, well, that's my movement. I guess I'm going to shoot at it with my sling. Just pull out my sling and take a shot.
All right.
Because,
for it.
wait, let me just check the... So it's actually going to be a disadvantage because of the range of the sling is only 30. So...
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to... But I get extra attack, so I'll just take 2 shots, both at disadvantage. So a 12
A 12 will miss.
and a 23.
23 will hit.
I just go boink.
All right, so
As I
the first
shoot it with
shot
the
just
sling.
like completely bypasses the beholder and just like hits the ceiling above it. But the second shot actually hits the underside of the creature, which you can see is still like a hard chitinous plate, and it like slightly turns and like sees you as you like just shot a sling bullet at it.
Ah,
You did 9 damage, right? Let me record that.
I was aiming for its eye.
And it is
I'm
going to
at-
respond in kind. Are you done with your turn?
No, I'm actually going to use a bonus action, Step of the Wind, to dash.
Okay.
So I'm going to use 40. I'm just going to run like behind it out of the way over this direction. Yeah, to there.
All right. Okay. So at this point, you're technically out of the cone.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to continue to stay focused on the majority of the characters, which are Gavrin and Nova. It doesn't see or know of Barnabas yet. And it is going to start firing rays. All right. So number 2 ray, this one's going to be on Gavrin. Okay, Gavrin. So you see like a silvery, shimmery ray fire out of one of the eye stalks and hit you. So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
20.
Okay, you find your muscles stiffen for a moment, but you're able to shake it off and continue moving. You don't find yourself paralyzed. A second eye stalk tries to hit you as well. Let's see what this one does. Okay, this one kind of looks like a beam of stone. You see that there's kind of like sand trailing off of it, and I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage.
Oh, okay.
It's my
Why do you
danger
have
sense.
advantage?
Danger sense.
Danger sense. Nice. That was very good. All right. Fortunate for you, you were able to dodge the stone as it hits the ground underneath you, and then frustrated, it now fires a third and final ice stalk at you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
This time we're gonna get a 5.
Oh,
This will be the last one. This is the same thing that you got hit with before. So that black ray of ashiness. Constitution saving throw, please.
It's 10.
10. Okay, so you would take the full brunt of this. Unfortunately, you're unable to dodge it this time. and you're going to take 30 necrotic as it hits you in the leg, and you feel the muscles in your leg start to weaken and atrophy.
Oh. All right.
It's going to stay where it currently is and continue to keep its central eye focused on the doorway where Barnabas is. So, Nova, you are still charmed.
Hey, friend, what's your name? Hey, wait, why would you hit my friend like that? That's not a very nice thing to do. Walk over a bit to the
Nova, it's
side.
an enemy.
What do you mean, enemy? Look, he's so friendly! But for some reason, he doesn't like you. I think he just likes me more. I'm way cooler, maybe. But I like you. You're actually pretty cool. But I'm your friend, even if he's not your friend, but he's my friend. But I'm gonna give you some kitties. There's my kitten kisses over here.
She's lost her mind. It's official.
Don't kiss. Don't kiss.
No
The magic's
kiss?
not working.
No kiss? Oh, okay, I guess. No kisses. Well,
Save your spells.
but they're cats. What are you talking about? Okay, well, fine. You can't have my cats. I'm gonna walk over here. Because this door looks really cool. And maybe my new friend could tell me about it.
Kind of strut over to the door.
So I'm gonna dash really over as much as I can.
We might want to get out of here.
But the door's
This
right
might not
here.
be a good fight.
Oh, it's definitely a bad fight.
All right.
30, okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I dashed all the way over there.
All right. Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be the top of the next round now, and it's going to be Barnabas.
All right, so I use as my bonus action an ability called There and Back Again. It lets me teleport 20 feet, then move half my movement, and then at the end of the round, I teleport back. So, fun.
Keep getting that door.
Yes. You believe you have to teleport to an area you can see, though.
Yeah, and I can only be within 20 feet. Actually, I'm 30 feet because of my level. But I'm trying to think of an area which would be good.
Well, what's your speed? 30 or 25?
25, but I get plus 10 to speed after I teleport. So my goal is I will teleport there.
Okay.
The wall was blocking me. There we go.
Sorry.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Am I out of its vision?
Yes.
Okay.
The cone was kind of like, hold on a second. Am I in the right layer? Yeah, the cone was like this.
Okay. So I pop over there, I run over there, and then I cast ability called Grasp. So it has to make a strength save.
Strength saving throw.
DC 17.
All right, so 17 you said?
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately it is going to succeed.
Well, that sucks.
Shit.
Yeah, damn it.
Okay, well, bye.
Fuck.
And I'm done.
All right, good. That looks good to me. All right, so Gavrian, you're up.
We're all gonna die.
I was trying to pull it down for you guys to hit it, but that failed.
Good effort. Good effort.
20 feet over, but 30 feet up. So, like, a total of 50 feet away, I guess. For,
No,
like,
no,
range
not
attack.
at all. So we don't have to do hypotenuses. Technically, it's 30 feet.
Carry
from
the
you.
5.
It's in. Okay. All right. I'll do it. I'll do what my grandpa did. Get a sling and
squared.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Gonna try a whack at it with a sling.
All right.
Ooh.
20 to hit. For
That is
4
definitely a
bludgeoning.
hit. So go ahead and you did 4 damage. It looks like.
4 damage.
All right. So you guys hit it with another sling stone into its very hard chitinous carapace. It doesn't seem very bothered by it, but definitely you hit it. And it did crack one of the scales.
Okay, and then I move.
All right. Are you finished at
Scattering.
this point?
Let's see. Do I have anything bonusy I can do?
Anything, Jay?
No.
All right.
Good.
So that's the end of your turn, Abelard.
So looking at this pulley, is there like a hook on the end of it on the rope?
So from what you could tell, the ropes extend down to the scaffolds right below you. There's 4
And they're, like,
scaffolds in
okay.
the pit, in the rectangular pit that is about 10 feet below you.
So I think if I like pulled the pulley in, it would just be connected to the scaffold.
That's correct, yeah.
Well,
It looks like the mechanism to control the scaffold itself is where the pulleys are marked.
I don't know if that would help me. Okay, I'm gonna, seeing that Gavrian had a little bit better luck up there. The beholder's still kind of looking towards the door. Is that right?
At the moment, yes.
Towards the entrance. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna down my potion of fire breath
Okay.
as my action. And then I'm gonna try and run up here and just like jump up the wall and climb up the wall.
All right, so the wall is pretty smooth. It's not an easy climb, but you can try. It's an
To make
athletic
a-
strength checks.
Oh,
Unless
Wow.
what your goal is to do is to jump up, grab the lip, and just pull yourself up.
yeah,
In
I
which case
think.
it would still be athletic strength,
Okay.
but maybe easier.
Ah, yes.
All right.
Thank God. All right.
We're not going to bother checking the rules there. We'll say with your natural 20, you're able to grab the lip, no problem. Almost like a standing jump, you're able to do it in one swift motion, and you land on your
Nice.
feet.
And then I do a little flourish and turn around and I breathe fire breath at the beholder.
Okay, and what's the range on the fire breath?
30 feet.
Okay,
So it's a DC 13 dex save.
all right. So you're just barely within range, I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Dexterity saving throw, DC 13. It is going to succeed, but I believe it still takes half damage.
Yes. So so it takes 5 fire damage. As I just burp a line of fire towards it.
5 fire damage, okay.
fucking-
So you singe some of the scaly carapace on it, but it doesn't seem to do very much. It just smokes a little bit. But you definitely got it.
And how much movement have I used to get here? Because I climbed up 10 feet.
Oh, it's more like a jump, so just be whatever movement you've used so far, so 10.
Okay, so just 10. Then I guess I'm going to run 30 feet over in this direction. It's like, oh shit, Gavrian, what the fuck is this thing? Oh my god!
I don't know, but it's a ball of death.
Yep, it is a ball of death here. So at the moment, it's gonna keep it's gonna turn its attention toward Abelard and Gavrian, and we are going to first aim an eye stalk at Abelard.
All right. What do you got for me?
All right. Lots of
Only-
tricks. Let's see.
only
Nothing
I
good.
Wasn't
All right,
charmed. God
So,
damn it.
Charmed is probably the best you could hope for.
I know.
I
Please
could
just
do
charm
so
me.
many great things to assist this situation right now. But I can't.
so what you see, Abelard, is kind of a array of
Attack
what
it.
look to be small white, almost like translucent feathers that seem to strike you. So go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
I think he's tickling you.
Oh,
Oh, nice. All right. So unfazed by it, you stifle a yawn, but you are still awake.
Oh, God.
All right. Next ray seems to be a ray of what looks to be like black tar. It drips, and as it hits the floor, it just kind of like puddles there. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. You're able to dodge that one.
Yes.
It kind of creates a little tarry puddle next to you, but you're able to move out of the way of that one. And then
What
the
else you
final
got?
third ray is also going to be aimed at you. I rolled that one already, so let's roll a new one. Oh!
Oh, no. That can't be
That's
good.
not good. All right, so this time you see a ray of what look to be tiny skulls with beady red eyes, and they're screaming as they try to hit you. So go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That sounds like a good one to get hit by.
That's a good one. That's the best one. You're gonna love this one.
Sure. Sure, guys. I don't know.
I need a dexterity saving throw for that one.
Okay, I'm good at those.
Oh,
Nice.
yes, you're
Wow.
very good at dexterity saving throws.
Wow.
You're able to dodge this
seriously.
one, and the beholder looks quite upset that his death ray was unsuccessful.
Thank the gods.
All right, Nova, you are still charmed. Getting a closer look at the door itself, which is, I assume, what you're
Mhm.
doing, being so close to it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go up to it. I'm also gonna like wave at the beholder, try and get his attention. Hey friend! Hey, what's your name?
He's totally ignoring you at the moment.
Why don't you look at me? That's so rude. Why don't you look
So looking at the door, you can, as I described before, it seems to be massive. It's green, metallic, somewhat shiny. There's dwarven writing on it, which you can read. It says, "Love of iron is eternal." But pretty much that's all you could tell at the moment. Actually, why don't you go ahead and make me a investigation check using intelligence?
Oh man, I'm so intelligent.
Yeah, looks like a door. Everything seems totally normal to you. There's a bunch of pistons on it and gears, and it looks very complicated. But one major thing you notice is that it's got no seam and no hinges.
Do I feel like maybe I could open it?
If you were able to open it, you have no idea how. You don't see any like clear sign of how to open it. There's no doorknob. There's nothing to
Try and
press or pull
turn
or
one of the
turn.
gears or something. Like, there's too stiff. Obviously, it's just like gears.
Well, yeah. So touching the door, you try to turn one of the gears. It does not budge at all. But I'm gonna say moving up to the door and making the check. That was your movement and your action.
Hmm.
So you get a bonus.
Bonus action.
And I need to take a very quick 1 minute break, 2 minute break after this. So I drank too much tea and I have to pee.
Bonus action. I'm gonna throw acid at the door.
Is that a bonus action? I don't
Oh
think
wait, no,
so.
it's not. No, I don't know why I thought of that. Not a bonus action at all. So, never mind. Not gonna do
All right.
that. I
Okay.
thought about throwing acid at the door.
So let's take a quick 2 minute break.
Right. Oh, God.
Well,
We're fucked.
it's
Fuck.
nice knowing you guys.
Dude, am I
Do you
gonna
guys have
survive
backup
this?
characters? Because I don't.
I mean,
Well, I
I
mean,
can roll one up quick.
I mean, I could use an existing
It'll be a
one,
nice
right?
old barbarian with a different name.
I guess our Storm King's Thunder are 9th level. Maybe we can just throw them in here.
Yeah, we could. We
Oh
could.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to blind it, and if that works, then that would help.
Nice.
If that works, then
Good.
I still can't do shit because he's my best friend.
Yep. You'll be his guide dog.
Yeah.
This
Fuck.
Yeah.
Beholders are
barely
not
alive.
fun. Not fun.
No.
Yeah,
it's
man.
not.
Especially when they're standing over a giant pit.
That's how they typically try to always be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Their
That makes
lairs
sense.
are like ridiculous if you ever go into one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like the entrance is on the top and only they can go up and
That makes sense. I would do that too if I was the floating creature.
right.
Man.
I can get us all out of Dodge.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we should bounce. It might be. I can't see that far though, so I don't really know where our exits are besides the one that me and Gavrian are standing next to.
Yeah, I'm hoping up here might be a retreat of some sort.
Yeah, it looks like
Because I'm sure
it
won't
comes around this
follow
corner.
if we
All right, I'm back.
lead.
Okay, so
We weren't planning or anything. Nothing.
No.
I heard everything. I guess I have the wireless headphones now, so I can hear everything.
Ah.
Yeah, you know your exits to the south. That's where you came from. So you
And then
just
you got the other door that's not open.
yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and then there's something to the north, which you haven't stepped into yet.
Right next to where me and
It's an
Avalon-
aboleth.
or me and
But Nova, there's your turn. Oh, actually, she's gone, but it's okay.
I think she can still hear us though.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
It's
So
not facing
Barnabas-
me. Yeah.
Barnabas, you are up right now.
Yeah. I took a 5-foot step. I see it. It's not looking at me.
Right now, it's focused on Abelard and Gavrian.
Perfect. Well, not for them, but perfect. I cast Radiant Beam, so I shoot a beam at it because it seems to like beams. Dex DC 17.
A dexterity saving throw, DC 17.
If it fails, it takes the full damage, and it's blinded.
Mm.
It can repeat saving throws at the end of all of its turns.
It doesn't take anything if it succeeds. I got an
It
18.
takes half. It takes half damage.
So
if
it
succeeds.
will take half the damage.
Okay.
You strike a radiant beam into its backside. So it does 11.
Mm-hmm. And then
So it singes and kind of smokes there, and you see like one of the scales on it crack, but it doesn't turn its attention toward you.
okay.
You do see some like kind of eyes, like turn and like look at you in that direction, though.
Yeah, me and all my mirror image people.
Yeah.
I have a bonus action. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. One moment.
And if you guys die, you guys can always, attempt this adventure again in the future.
Shit.
That's
Well,
the
I guess you
spirit.
guys just failed.
No.
If you die, it's okay.
Okay, because you're just one-shot characters, right?
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
It's out of reach of everyone, right? Does anyone look like they have ranged weapons out?
Well, Gavrian and Abelard both have slings.
We both have slings.
All right.
Mighty
This is
slings.
pitiful.
I forgot I could take 2 shots with that too. That's right.
Are all of our range just magic?
I'll remember this time.
If only
No.
I could attack him. Wait,
No,
hold on.
out of
Wait,
range.
hold on.
I can't affect you. Sorry. I will do one last thing then, since I can't reach anyone with a bonus action, and do that. And I'm done.
All right. So Gavrin, you are up.
All right. 2 sling stones this time, since I remembered I have extra attack.
23 is going to be a hit.
4 bludgeoning, and does 15 hit?
No, the 15 will bounce off of his carapace. You don't see it crack in any way or cause him any harm.
All right. I am moving.
It just kind of grazes him. And
20, 25.
oh, okay. So when you get to there, you see a long, dark, straight tunnel chiseled from the surrounding rock. There are tiles of stone on the ground, 2 large steel bear traps, only 5 feet into the tunnel, one after the other. The smell of decay is strong in this hall, as if something rotten lies at the end of it.
Don't step on them.
Yeah, I just need to be around the corner.
All right, so you stand right next to him. Okay, anything else?
Abelard, there's a clear tunnel down here, but there's bear traps.
All right, good. Abelard, it's your up.
I feel like bear traps are the least of our worries.
No, they can really fuck me up at this point.
All right. Seeing how fucked up Gavrian is, I'm just gonna like try and get his attention and run away from Gavrian. So I'm gonna come back down this way towards it. So that's 25. And if I go like over here, am I out of its eye? It's
Yeah.
like not looking at me. All right, so I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna take 2, use my action to attack with the sling. So I get 2 attacks, and then I'll use my bonus action to shoot fire breath at it.
Nice.
All right, so sling attack.
Those are some good slings.
Nice.
So how'd you guys kill a beholder? Sling.
Sling stone to death.
Sling stones. Very nice. 2
Sling
quick
stone.
shots as you spin it over your head. Go right into the left flank of the beholder as you move quickly out of its central eye range. And then as you breathe fire upon it, it is, let's see if it fails or not. DC's 13. It is going to succeed, so it will still take 8 and then 6 and 7. So that's
Slings and
not
fire.
a bad turn. The sling is
Do my
fire.
best.
Slings and fire.
Slings
That's
and
how we
fire,
kill.
yeah.
Slings and fire.
So it looks like you did a pretty decent amount of 21 damage to the beholder in one turn. It definitely looks pissed. It kind of starts to begin to turn towards you. Actually, it turns fully on you and Barnabas, so it's kind of its eye cone is now facing the southwestern section of the deep mine room that you're in. And let me record the 21 damage first.
Uh-huh.
Is that going to be our new band name, by the way? Slings and Fire?
Sling and fire.
Sling and fire.
Not bad.
And so,
All right, it's starting to get a lighter green. I see.
yeah, it's getting there.
Yellowish green a little.
Okay. So what you actually see is kind of almost a translucent gray ray. It kind of looks like, from what you could tell, on the end of it appears to be some sort of like invisible, or not invisible, but translucent hand. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
This is for Abelard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it tries to grab you. Actually, it does grab you, but you're able to like put your hands to your chest and kind of pull it off. So you did notice it was trying to pull you, but you were able to resist it.
This monster is weak.
A second ray
Only we can hit
aims
it.
towards you from its eye. And what you see is the ray of tar again. So you try to dodge this one. Dexterity saving throw, please. No problem
Ooh.
for you. And then we are going to hit you with one more ray.
Oh god, I'm getting too cocky here. This can't be good.
Well, no, can't use the same one twice. So, oh no!
No,
not
Nice
again.
gold.
A death one. Nice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the death one. So dexterity saving throw.
Wha-
You have no
Nice.
problem with dexterity saving throws. You're able to
Oh
dodge
my
this one
gosh.
again.
Wha- wha- wha-
Oh,
You just got to keep this tactic up, and most
Yeah.
of the saving throws are dexterity saving throws. So
Yeah,
it's pretty good for
I'm
you.
feeling good about this guy.
Grandpa, you are so nimble. Now, I know
It's the beer.
I can't attack it, but could I put a condition on it?
So let me read Charmed again. I'm not sure if you can do anything harmful to the
weird.
creature or if it just says attack. Although I do take attack to mean, spells. Yeah, okay. You can't target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects.
Shit. So that.
If it's benign, you could do it.
Yeah.
Like
So
maybe
you
it
wanna,
just
like,
needs a nap or something. Like
If you want to give
sleep or something.
the beholder a benefit, a buff, that would be fine.
One right now. Yeah.
I mean, is a buff sending it somewhere else? Is that a buff?
Yeah, I would say that's harmful. A dismissal, yeah. Or just
Damn
banishment,
it.
whatever.
is making it freeze in place, which doesn't
Yep,
help anything. Yeah.
Clearly not. No, that's helpful.
Clearly not. It's so helpful. I'm helping it a ton. God damn it.
Just banish him to like the plane of pillows or something.
Yeah, I could banish him to some pillows. I'm sure that's what my banish realm looks like. You'll love it. Damn it. Oh,
The plane of beholder strippers. How about that?
beholder strippers. Yeah.
Oh god.
Does he like
Pretty
beholder
gross.
strippers?
Pretty gross.
Oh.
Don't draw that one, Susan.
Don't tempt me.
What are they stripping?
I don't know. I don't even know how to use the pole. It doesn't-
With their like tentacle eyes, obviously just like wrapping around
Oh
it.
god.
They use the
Oh,
telekinesis.
no.
Well, shit. Well, I'm gonna just try and do what I was gonna do before and actually
Open that
throw
door.
acid at the door. I
Oh.
don't know. If
All
it's
right.
gonna do anything.
So you contemplate a few actions in your mind. Your thought crosses beholder strippers, and then you shoot some acid at the door. And as it hits the door, it kind of bubbles on the door and starts to drip off of it. Obviously, the door can't make a dexterity saving throw, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on the door. The acid just like washes off of it like water on a pool of oil.
Well, I guess I can't break the door. I kick it.
Give it a frustrated kick.
It opens.
All right. And then it opens though. No, it doesn't open.
I walk to the other side of the door.
Investigate
Investigate
you
it
can
again.
continue to check the door,
Yeah.
but obviously you used your action to cast the
Mhm.
spell. But just keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna be back at the top of the round. I believe we are in round 4 at this time. So Barnabas.
Back in there again. Scout out the room.
All right.
Teleport there. Am I in its ray? It's a sight.
Oh,
It's
I
a
don't see
magic-
you actually moving. Did
Yeah,
you?
didn't move yet.
If your character can see it, it can see you. So.
Oh, do you see me now? I mean, am I in its anti-magic?
Yes, you
Oh.
are, because it's anti-magic is filling the left, the bottom left.
And it's like a 90-degree cone, right? Pretty much.
So I walk over there.
Yeah, that would work. Now you're out of it.
All right, I'm gonna cast combustion.
Whoa.
All right. I don't know what that does.
I'll tell you. So just getting ready. So DC 17 Dex. It'll do. Ugh, what a horrible roll. 16 damage. If it fails the save, it also catches on fire.
All right, so dexterity saving throw. He's gonna fail that one.
Ooh.
All right, so 16 fire damage, and as long as I have concentration, he is going to be taking D6 damage at the end of its turns, unless it tries to extinguish the flames.
Okay, so
Good
you
luck,
turn-
eyeball.
Pats it with its little eyeballs.
Right, and so let me put an indication that it is on fire. So just remind me of that, and then he takes his damage at the end of his turns, or
Yeah, it takes the damage at the end of its turns.
okay. All right, good. So now you see that the beholder is completely encased in flame. You see the scales on it are actually like bubbling and hissing, and smoke is rising off of the creature's carapace.
And I can hold concentration on that for I think a minute. So enjoy.
Good. How much damage is 1d6 only? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Gavrin, you are up.
Okay. Hoping potion works this time. And
Yes.
I get the most horrible roll. Excellent.
Shit. Hey, at
So
least
you're
you got
wounding
one.
somewhat knit.
Yep. That's
I mean,
all right.
if you pop
I
out
am done.
out of the corner, I can
All
reach
right.
you with kitties.
No. I see
Nope.
there's a not dead. Go back. I'm done.
All right. All right, Abelard, you're up.
All right, I'm just gonna keep going with this tactic.
It's working.
If I run up here, is he looking at me?
At the moment, he is looking at Barnabas. All right, the hole that
All right.
Barnabas popped out of.
All right, so I'm just gonna run up to here, and do the same thing. A couple slingshots, and my last fire breath as I belch out the last little bit of flames.
Okay, go for it.
16, 22.
22 will hit.
Okay. So that does 7 bludgeoning.
All right.
And then he needs another DC 13 dex save as the fire breath comes towards him.
So you give one of its scales another crack. The other one just kind of grazes right off of the top of it. And then as you breathe fire at it a last time, right?
Yeah, that's the
unable to
last.
dodge. Although it floats, it turns and moves very slowly. It's kind of like just like a slow balloon. And it takes the full breath of the fire damage, so a total of 18.
Ooh.
Nice.
Closes
Good
its
one for him to
eye.
take the full damage on.
On top of that, it's also, its carapace is bubbling from the combustion effect.
Mm-hmm.
It does not look pleased.
Slings and fire.
Slings and fire. It's going to be my memoir.
All right. It is going to turn its attention. All right. So at this point, it is going to turn its eye stalks at Abelard, but instead of facing the hole that Barnabas is currently standing in, it is actually facing the southern wall. So its cone is actually affecting pretty much. I could draw it, yeah, just like that. So its cone. Whoops. Let me do it this way. Its cone is like that at the moment. Okay.
Okay.
It's trying here to stop Barnabas from casting spells at it, but
It won't work.
it still won't work. All right, so let's do some ice stalks at Abelard.
Bring it on.
Okay, 9. All right, so thin green shimmering ray
Oh, God.
fires at Abelard. So dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh.
You're actually good. You're
Oh.
able to dodge it. You take no damage as
Don't-
it
don't do
disintegrates
that.
a piece of the floor underneath you. Just a small section of the floor. A second ray fires at you. All right. Let's see here. The 5 gives me thin gray ray of ash. So another Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
You man, you are.
Freaking ninja.
So lucky on these things.
Yeah, you still take half damage from this one. It does hit you, but you are able to shake most of the damage off, or at least half of the damage off. So you only take 18,
All right.
and that's necrotic, if that matters to you.
It does not.
Noticing that you're still alive, it fires a third. Oh, and you see that translucent hand try to grab you again. So strength saving throw.
Oh,
Oh,
Shit.
this time I got you. All right. So
the
it is
luck ran out.
let's see here.
You have halfling luck.
Yeah, you have anything to stop this?
Nope.
Okay.
Darn it.
Wait, what's the beam look like?
Your inspiration.
So it kind of looks like a beam of repeating translucent hands.
Hand.
One of the hands grabs Abelard around the chest and then pulls it closer, kind of hovering Abelard over the pit.
Oh god.
Let me just check something.
It's a 200-foot descent. Okay, cool.
Oh god, that is terrible.
I picked the perfect person to do this on, though.
Do you weigh more than 10 pounds?
He drags you right over here and then drops you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so actually it's a 230-foot descent.
Much
But
better.
maxes out.
Slow
So first thing I'm going to need you to do is I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can grab the lip. Okay, let me just check my numbers here.
You had to roll low on that one.
It's all right. It's all right. I also have something that helps me with falling. So
Yeah. So actually, it's not to actually grab the lip. What's actually happening is that you so you begin to fall. You feel yourself descend right below the lip. But fortunately for you, you notice that there's below you along the sides of the walls, there's actually an outcropping that looks like maybe it's a cache for rubble or some sort. And your dexterity saving throw actually allows you to grab it before you actually hit the bottom. So rather than falling the full 230 feet, you actually only fall 60 feet. Because the trap, the outcropping of rock, is about 30 feet below the edge of the innermost rectangle, if that makes any sense.
got it.
You got it?
Mhm.
Okay. So don't you reduce damage, right? 'Cause you're
Yeah,
amongst-
from falling, I can use my reaction to reduce fall damage by amount equal to 5 times my monk level, which would be 45 points.
Okay, so that is enough to reduce the 66 damage that you would be normally taking.
It's awesome.
Thank God.
Shit.
And because
So I get
you
none.
don't actually take any damage, you also land on your feet. The downside, however, is that you are quite far from the beholder. It is 90 feet above you.
Yep. Hello.
And you're also where's your torch at the moment? It's actually still in your hand, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, now that I think about it, I was using the sling.
I mean, you could have tucked it into your belt. It doesn't
Yeah.
actually it's not, even though it exudes fiery magical fire, it doesn't burn.
Okay, yeah, then I guess it's tucked in my belt
Okay.
next to my potions and such.
Yeah. So you actually don't even see the bottom of the pit that you're currently standing in. But you do notice that there is a shit ton of mushrooms here. And it smells really earthy and dank. Okay, so that was my
Some
last,
dank shrooms,
ray. All right, so Nova, you are.
I am completely distracted investigating the shit out of this door.
Yeah.
Fucking ass.
You're trying. You're trying.
I
All
have
right.
to
So
do it.
you're looking over the door, but you still don't see anything extraordinary about it, or how to even get anything, any clue as to how to open it.
I'm literally like oblivious to everything else happening behind me. People being dropped. I don't know. There's just a door. It's just a door. Just such a
Yeah,
mystery.
each of those rays has sound effects, and like the sizzling of the fire and
Just
the
imagine
breathing
me
of
just
the
like,
fire.
and pew 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 behind me.
Yeah, it's like a war happening behind you, and you're totally ignoring it. So that's the end of round 4. We're in round 5 now, and it's back to Barnabas.
I'm
Oh,
teleporting.
I didn't roll the damage.
Oh, I have it right here for you. I'll roll for you if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
Aha.
All right. So it takes
Come
5 fire as it continues to sizzle.
And I'm doing the same there and back again. I teleport there, down the pit, and then I move there.
Yep. You are easily way out of range.
Then I will cast Psionic Blast.
Ooh.
It's not a roll to hit, and it's no saving throw. It's just damage.
Yep. Yep. I know.
I will
Very good.
20 psychic damage.
Nice. All right, so the beholder is reeling as basically like a mental disturbance to the creature. It kind of shakes, and you see it, teeter totter in its current floating state. It is still alive, but it definitely looks like it did not like that.
And yep, that's everything for me.
Are you done?
Yep.
No, you teleport back, right?
Yep.
Okay, Gavrian.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, friend's down in the pit. Guy over there. Let's see. Very far away.
At this point, you don't see Abelard at all. The only person you actually do see here is Nova.
Just intrigued at this door, like, looking
Nope,
over, like
I don't
touching
see
it.
her because she doesn't show up in my vision.
Oh, it's too dark.
Right? Just yet. I just.
You do see some eye stalks turned in your direction.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Blink, blink.
5, 10, 15, 20. Ah, now I'm in range.
Ah.
Sling this bitch. 12 will miss. 19 maybe hits.
19 hits, yeah. You're able to fire off another stone at it.
Okay, and yeah, 5, 10, 15.
The first one just
Back.
sails like directly underneath the creature.
I come out, throw some stones, go back.
No,
All right.
Sling it
Fuck
back.
this shit.
Okay, Abelard. So
All of Abelard's been eaten. All my allies are gone.
yeah. So keep in mind the torch's radius is only 40 feet. So at the
Yeah, so
moment,
I
you
don't see the beholder.
You don't see it at all.
I can barely see just the top of the lip of this lowest
Yeah.
chamber, right? Because I'm like
That's right.
40 feet down.
But you're 30 feet below the lip.
Oh, 30 feet. Okay. So climbing up, is that a check?
Yeah, but you do notice that the stone is pretty smooth. But you can climb it.
Do I think if I fail, if I don't climb it well, I'm going to fall 200 feet?
You may, but keep in mind, currently you're standing on like a cache, almost like a rock lip. So if you do fall, you have a chance of grabbing the rock.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it.
All right.
All right. Let's try and climb up. Athletics.
Yeah, athletic strength. You put your sling, you grip it between your teeth and you start climbing.
They need me.
All right, that's good enough.
Ooh.
So it's actually only a 25-foot climb to get to the lip.
So I'm up here. And now how far below am I?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. And I've used 25 feet of my movement.
Oh, wait, I'm incorrect. Is it 60? It's actually 50 feet.
I'm 50 feet away, so I still can't even see the beholder.
Nope.
All right, I'm just gonna start running over towards the stairs then. Or is that like a ladder? Or those stairs?
Yeah, they're actually not stairs, they're ladders.
Okay, I'm gonna climb over I'm gonna use the rest of my 15 feet to just move over there. I guess actually I'll just take the dash action.
Sure.
So I get another 40 feet. And that's
You
10.
don't have to make a check to climb the ladder, it's automatic.
Okay, but then that's another 10 feet, so it's like 20 feet to get here.
Yep, so at that
Total.
point now you're 40 feet below the creature, so you can see it.
Oh! Hey, looks like you got a little more beat up. All right. Yeah, and I'll just keep running over towards. I guess I'll say, "Come and get me again, motherfucker! I'm back." And I'll just use the rest of my movement just to run and like start to
And
like
start
get to the
climb.
base of this ladder. Basically.
Okay. All right.
That'll be it.
That's it. So it is going to move a little bit closer.
And I'm kind of shimmying at it, like, "Come get me, motherfucker!"
Yeah, and I think at this point I should be able to see Barnabas finally.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-oh.
Something I should have done before.
Oh.
Yep, and you can see it. It can see you. It is going to face its central eye toward you and Abelard. And it is going to start firing rays at Barnabas.
Bye, everyone. Goodbye.
Well, nice knowing you.
All right, so first, ray number 4, that is a slowing ray of tar. Dexterity saving throw from you. That's going to fail. So your speed is halved for 1 minute. You also can't take any reactions. And you can choose to either take an action or a bonus action on your turn, but not both.
Oh, that gives me. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. You end the effect on yourself on a success. So at the end of your turn, you make another saving throw. All right, so at the moment, you got that slow effect. Actually, does a mirror image does a mirror image do anything against the rays or not? Not sure.
Looks like it's just attacks.
I think so.
Attack you. Yep. All right. So another ray is going to be aimed in your direction. This is a ray of black ash. So Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm good at these. Oh, I actually am. My plus
Not too
one.
bad. Yeah. So you're able to resist half the effects of this. So you only take 15 necrotic.
Okay, great.
And then seeing that you're still alive, it aims a ray at you.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
No.
Did I get a 6 already? No, I don't think I did. That's what I. All right, so this last ray, was a hand. So,
no.
strength saving throw. Telekinetic hand reaches out.
No.
-1.
That is not good. So, we are going to pull you in, and we're going to hoist you 30 feet off the ground. So you are currently being held in a telekinetic grip. You weigh 300 pounds or less, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it does not release you. You are held 30 feet above the ground there.
Okay.
It's gonna eat you.
We gotta kill him.
I am bite-sized.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to put you right above Abelard.
Hey, buddy. Oh, hey.
Catch me.
You're right in his face right now. And then you kind of hear it start to like laugh in a very, very guttural croak, like, and then Nova, your turn.
Guys, quit playing around. I'm trying to figure out this door.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing.
1d65.
Did it die?
You rolled terribly.
Oh, that's right. It's over fire damage because of the concentration. Oh, actually, don't you need to make me a concentration effect?
Oh, yeah, I do, because you did do damage to me.
Yeah. So I think
I'm good.
Ooh.
Yep. So it took 5, right?
5 fire, yep.
Yep. It is still alive. It's
He's
not a
getting
great
red.
shape.
I
It's
laugh
getting
back
red.
at it.
All right, Nova, you're up.
All right, I am gonna detect magic on this door because I can do that at will.
Oh yeah. Yep. So you detect magic on the door. It is magical.
What kind of
I
magic?
think you need further concentration to be able to detect more than that. Right? I think it's one more round and you detect what school it is.
It's like,
Okay.
yeah, school.
So yeah, I'll keep doing that. Concentrating on this door.
Yeah, so if you use an action, then you can be able to see. I believe that's how it works. Yep.
I don't have
Yeah,
it
Alright.
written down anywhere, so I don't know.
Yeah. So it's an action to cast detect magic, and then you use another action to detect what school it is. So at the moment, you actually don't see if it's magic or not. You just use your action to cast detect magic.
Yep, that's all I do.
Okay.
I walk over to the side, just to, because I'm pacing and like just looking at it.
Yeah, you pull out a snack, and you're like just contemplating the door.
I'm gonna figure it out, guys.
All right, so
that's your
you're currently
small-
being slowed, and you're in the telekinetic grip, Barnabas, 30
Well-
feet above ground.
Can it? It's anti-magic, and it has me in its grip in the anti-magic, so should it not work?
Technically,
Because it is magic he's using.
I don't think it works that way. I don't think its eyes are affected by it. Oh, never mind. It is. Yeah. All
So
right.
will he be able to pull me closer at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Or did he drop
say he is not facing toward you guys at the moment. He's facing toward Nova.
Perfect. I just wanted one spell off before I die. That's my goal here. In that case, that changes my health a little bit. 1 second. I'll fix that in a minute. What to do? What to do? Flee to safety or try to kill it?
Collapse the ceiling. Oh wait, you're in there.
I can only do one action, right?
Yeah,
or
actually,
bonus
I'm going to
action.
be faced toward Gavrian because Nova got her detect magic spell off. I don't want to rewind.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna blast it again.
Oh, what, another psionic blast?
Yeah,
All right, go for it.
21 psychic damage.
Nice. All right. So I think you can tell me what happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Its brain just explodes out of it as I fall 30 feet and hope someone catches me.
Actually, you'd be falling 40 feet.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, I'll allow our
Abelard.
Abelard a dexterity.
Abelard, leap off.
Actually, just a dexterity check. Both.
I gotcha.
I got you.
Hey!
So you're able to like somewhat, lessen the fall by falling on him. So you're only gonna take half damage.
I kind of imagine him
I would
like
say.
running and like jumping up, doing a flip, and then catching him in his arms like a princess.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's probably small
You
enough.
you only take 4 Barnabas, but yeah. So once the side of the beholder's head kind of explodes out, and you see all this like brain viscous matter pop out. You see the beholder's eye just like rolls back, its jaw goes slack, and then it descends like immediately, like as if the magical effect keeping it afloat just completely evaporates and it falls. And the thing is that the way it's positioned right now, it falls right through a scaffold, and you hear it crash and tumble all the way down that pit.
I give it the finger.
You guys are
Damn.
out of initiative.
I'm actually not that hurt either because I had those temporary hit points.
And Nova, you pop out of your charm to pick the creature's dead.
Hey, wait. What's going on? Wait. What happened?
Can we rest? Can we rest now?
Yeah, he wasn't as cool as you thought, was he?
Who?
Is it safe to come
I'm completely out of magic. That was the last I got.
Man, nice. That was tough.
Concentrating
pretty
on this door.
out?
Before
Get
this
away from the
dungeon, I
door.
had never fought mind flayers or beholders. This is. Well, you got a dragon next?
I still haven't fought a beholder. I'm just looking at a door.
Avalon.
Avalith. That's next on the list. Let's go to
Avalith,
Yartar, guys.
Yeah.
Let's not go through that door yet. Let's rest first, if you don't mind.
Yeah, for like
Yeah,
8
I feel
hours.
Yes.
Well, what we came here.
Short rest.
What time of day was it when we
8 hours.
came into?
So you actually came here. I think you entered the mine the same day that you arrived. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
roughly about like 10 a.m.
Okay, and the Cassandra only has like a day to live, was what we were told.
Yeah,
No sleep.
what
So-
Elaine had told you was that she guesstimates that she had about 24 hours to live.
8 of those are going to be spent sleeping.
You've been down here for roughly about an hour.
Well,
Maybe even less than that. Actually, no, you did rest. So yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit more than an hour.
well, yeah. I mean,
This place is dangerous. These mines.
I don't know. I felt like Gavrian, you have that big sword. I thought you were going to do more things with it. That was pretty embarrassing on your part, to be honest.
She's got a glaive.
See,
That big glaive. Yep. Sorry, the picture threw me off.
face just falls in shame. I can't fly.
Well, neither can I, but you saw me like,
You threw rocks just like I did.
yeah, and I stayed in the fight. You were hiding. We're in this together. And Nova, what the hell were you doing? You were just looking at that.
I took
door.
100 points of damage.
Well,
in
whose
one
fault is that?
round.
Whose fault is that?
I'm lucky to be alive.
I agree. Let's go find a safe place to sleep.
Hey guys, I think this is the door we're looking for. And I'm like totally oblivious still to everything.
I am not activating the next encounter.
No, I'll look at the door after, and I have an advantage on looking at technology things because gnome.
All right, well,
All right. Do we want a short rest or a full?
I'm 100% out of all spells, so you decide.
Yeah.
sounds like Mr. Pebbleshiner needs to take a little nap, so
I killed that, didn't I?
it's all right. I brought
Did his
a
job.
little. I like to think that Abelard has like a little mini cask with him, a little like mini cask of his able to
Yeah,
help.
his special brew. Why not?
Yeah.
I wouldn't if I was a
Well.
brew master.
Exactly. Well, that's fine. I can drink. I'm
Alright,
in no hurry.
so-
We just got to get back by tomorrow.
Is the plan to rest here, or are you actually retreating back to an area you've explored already?
I think we should go back where there's only one entrance to the place. And it's not near that other tunnel that seems to go down to the Underdark.
Yes.
If
I
it goes
agree.
down the Underdark.
Back to the main mine lobby.
Okay, you don't need to move yourselves. It's okay.
Oh, what
so-
school of magic was this door?
Oh, because you cast a spell, you spend an action looking at it, you find that it is School of Abjuration.
Of course. So magical door. Looks like a clock. Okay.
You just need more acid. That's
I
all.
just need more acid, obviously. But I'll go back to everybody else. Well, that door is magical, and it looks like a clock, and that's totally the door that mushroom's behind.
So
mean, like,
let me just give me a second. I want to check one more thing on your spell. Yep. So you also notice there's a second school of magic on it. Transmutation.
Mm.
It used to be a squirrel. Now it's a door.
Very gruesome change.
Now, so how are you resting in the lobby?
On my
Comfortably.
sleeping bag.
Are you doing anything to keep watch? Are you barricading the entrances in any way?
I
Or
don't need
exits?
sleep, so I'm basically on watch the whole time.
Okay. All right.
I can't even move that door. I have nothing. So no, I'm just gonna sleep.
All right. So are the three of you then resting and then letting Nova pretty much just stay up and watch the whole time? I mean, you don't have to sleep. You're just
yeah,
kind
I'm
of
not
like
gonna
chilling
sleep. I'm
out.
just gonna,
Yeah.
chill and keep a lookout.
Sure.
Abelard's
So-
drinking slowly throughout the whole experience.
I'm drawing
Sure.
little doodles of the
Drink.
door in my tome, contemplating it still.
Yep. So fortunate for you guys, although it's like really creepy and quiet here, the only sound you begin to notice because of the stillness and because of how quiet your rest is the faint, distant footsteps of what you can only assume is the warden walking around the storeroom, which pretty much is all you hear for the next 8 hours as your watch and your long rest passes by uneventfully.
Awesome. When I wake up, I cast my mage armor.
All right. Yep. So that means that you guys would get half your hit dice back, any of the ones that you spent. You're at full HP, and you get back any spell slots.
It's
Just keep in mind you can only do one long rest per 24 hours.
so we get up to 4 hit dice back. Is that right? Because it's rounding down.
Yes, that's correct.
Great. All right. I feel a little better.
Yeah, much.
You want me to put you guys back in the lobby, or are you coming directly back to this room?
I'm just gonna come back, I think.
Yeah.
We're coming
Okay.
back this way, yeah.
I'm gonna go look at the door.
Sure. So I need you to make me an investigation intelligence check.
Do I get to add?
Yeah,
my-
it is mechanical,
my-
so you can make a whatever that gives you advantage, I think.
It lets me add my proficiency bonus again. So whatever I roll, just add another 4 to it.
Okay.
So 23.
And I tell him it's
Very good.
magical and everything that I've already totally found out in a very long amount of contemplation.
Yep.
Thank you. That saves me the trouble of looking.
All right. So from what you could tell, the door appears to have one of the characters in the phrase, the dwarven phrase that says, "Love of iron is eternal." It looks like the O character in that appears to be a depressionable spot. In other words, a spot that could be perhaps pushed in or pulled out, but without touching it or doing something, you're not sure exactly how it works.
Okay. I'm sure I can't reach it. Is that accurate?
No, you can reach it.
Oh, okay. And I can read Dwarven, so that helps too.
Go on your tippy toes.
I'll try to see if it will pull out first.
Okay. You notice that there's nothing to grip on. It's pretty much flush with the door. It just looks like there's a seam around it. So trying to pull it out, you don't have any success there. You can't get enough of a grip on it to do so.
Does anyone have, I don't know, a python or whatever that you can try to push into that hole right there? I'll point it out to everyone.
I have a marshmallow ghost hand that could try and press it.
Of course. That's gonna leave it all sticky.
Please, yeah. No.
All right. So you take your marshmallow ghost hand and you try to poke it. Is that it?
Just push it in, yeah.
Push it in. Okay,
Yeah.
because he was trying to pull it out.
No.
Abelard steps back.
So you try to push
Me
it
too.
in, and you also notice nothing happened. It doesn't push in at all.
I was walking away.
I have
Now
behind
it's
you.
just sticky. Sticky with white residue.
Well, now it's
Check me,
sticky. You
Grandpa.
can probably help the grip on
Okay.
it, you know?
I'll use my, I guess more mundanely named spell that lets me do the exact same thing. To pick up a dagger and try to push the dagger into it, or see if it can find.
Maybe we
edge around
need
it.
to. Maybe it needs to
Okay.
be something that's iron.
So
That's
when you
what my
push-
thought is, but I don't know any iron. I don't have any iron on me.
You're using but the dagger is made of steel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're using the dagger to push it in?
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing you notice is that when you get the dagger close to it, it's magnetic, and it
Ooh.
pulls it immediately, almost like out of your hand because you weren't expecting it. But when it hits the piece of the door that is depressionable, or that's your best guess, nothing happens. And when you try to push on it, it doesn't seem to push in at all either.
Pull it away and see if anything comes with it.
Nope. Although it does tug, because you can tell there's a clear magnetic force there, you're unable to get any effect out of the door. It doesn't pull out either.
Anyone have any iron?
I mean,
another dagger.
Abelard flexes.
I just shake my head.
Aw, those are cute little muscles.
Hey, they weren't so cute when they were kicking that beholder's ass and you were hiding behind the wall.
I was investigating those bear traps, which are probably iron. So we should get one.
Well,
Hmm.
I'm wondering, should we? I kind of am curious as to what's in this deep ass pit. I kind of want to go down there.
Probably where they were mining.
Aren't
Maybe
you
there's
in
some
there?
iron there. Also, I just kind of want to see it. I'm a curious guy.
Sure.
Those scaffolding, I think if we use the pulleys, we can lower someone slowly down. I volunteer to go down there.
Is there any left besides the one that the beholder destroyed as it fell?
Yeah, there's 3 others.
Oh, okay.
Here.
The one near the beholder's body doesn't look that safe. It's kind of like it was definitely rocked when the beholder fell. So like one of the ropes is kind of frayed and it looks like it's about to snap. But the other 2 to the north are intact.
I can lower you down on that.
Yeah, it doesn't take
Sure
that
you're not
long to
gonna get
figure out
scared?
how the pulleys work, but sure. Abelard can lower himself into one of the scaffolds, and with somebody's help, he will. You can use a pulley to lower him down slowly. So as you do so, I assume that that's what your guys are doing, right?
Yep.
Okay. So as you do so, you notice that there appears to be really only excavated rock. You notice that it's filled with mushrooms, and you notice that as the deeper you go, you begin to see some veins of precious metal and iron.
Um,
And at the bottom of the 200-foot pit, past the lip where your best guess is store rubble, is the mangled body of the beholder that kind of looks a little flat and deflated at the moment.
do the mushrooms down here look any different than the mushrooms?
No, not really. They just look like there's a lot of them.
Okay. And the iron. Is there any like loose pieces that I can grab?
No, it looks like iron that needs to be excavated. So they're like veins
Damn.
literally in the rock.
Well, my sling's not going to work on this.
Hmm.
Shit.
It's unfortunate.
All right. And there's nothing else down here. It's just the beholder.
Beholder and mushrooms and veins of metal. Yep.
All right. I'm going to rip off one of the beholder's eye stalks.
Sure. It like with a tug, it comes off,
Ooh.
and it's kind of like floppy and a little bit slimy.
Yeah. And I'll just kind of tuck it into my belt next to my potions.
The eye
And
kind of
my
like
torch.
twitches, and blinks a couple of times, and
Ew.
then
Oh, yeah.
they just like beat it against the wall, and then it stops moving.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Perfect.
Gross.
No, stop. All right. Going on the trophy case there.
I'll go look at the bear traps they mentioned to see if they're made out of iron or anything.
Yep. So you go and you stand in that hallway. Put you there. And as you're looking at the steel traps, you can get this sweet, very bad, deathly smell that seems to be coming from the opposite end. And why don't you make me an investigation? Yep. Okay. So give me a second here. Okay. So from what you could tell, these are just simple bear traps, but you do notice that the second one is actually right atop of what looks like to be a magical rune, a dwarven rune of fire.
Ooh.
And your
See.
best guess is that you can disable it, but you'd have to actually like be behind it in some way, in order and essentially like rub it out or destroy the rune in some fashion.
Got it.
You got to rub it out, Barnabas.
I knew that was coming.
I could grab
I
it
see
with the sticky
I see
hand.
no reason to get rid of the things that are keeping something at bay, so I'll just leave that as is.
Okay.
Any luck with the iron? Yell down.
Find any,
No.
Grandpa?
I need a pick. I need a pickaxe.
Aren't there like a bunch laying around?
There were a bunch in the lobby that you were resting.
All right, let's grab one of those.
Grab a pick.
Pull me up before you leave.
Nope,
Please.
I'm just gonna toss down the pick. I'm gonna go get it.
All right. So you go to grab a pick, pass by the storeroom. You remember that there's a hallway to the north that you haven't explored, and then you lower a pick down into the scaffold.
All right.
Probably with a
Uh,
ghosty hand.
Sure.
Ah, this
A
is
little
all
sticky.
sticky.
Yeah, it's got a couple of blood spatters or stains on it, but it's functional. So you start picking away.
Yep.
All right. It takes you some time
All right.
because you're
Hold
like
on.
picking at rock, and you have to. I don't know how big of a piece you're planning on getting out.
Just I don't know. To be honest with you, I've never mined, so I don't really know how that works.
So, are you looking for like a fist-sized piece? Do you want something bigger or smaller? It will all
Yeah, I
depend.
think fist size would be like what I would be aiming for around that size. Yeah.
So it's rough, just iron ore, which I'm not sure what it looks like in its raw form. I imagine it's pretty dark looking, but definitely distinguishable from the surrounding rock. Picking it out, I would say, probably would take you about an hour.
Well, if you want to rest again, I'm gonna do this for a little while.
Oh, let's fight something first, and then you can do this.
I mean,
It's actually much more difficult work than you expected it to be because you pick out a lot of the rock around it and you try to budget free and it doesn't
Yeah.
come out.
well,
And
see,
then
I
you gotta
spend
pick
like
more
10
rock.
minutes on it, and then I yell up and I say, "This is gonna take me a little while. We sure we want to do this?"
That's
You
okay.
want
I'm watching. Intently.
You want to try the other passages? We know what we
Yeah,
need
let's-
behind this door, but I don't know if you want to look. Maybe we can figure out a way to get into the storage room.
Yeah.
We can always come back here. Pull me up. Pull me up.
All right.
Pulling up.
All right. So you pull them up. You guys are back all in the deep mine.
Mm-mm-mm.
Any ideas how to open a locked door?
Besides
Nope.
bashing it? No.
I mean, it's a magical locked door, so it's a little bit more difficult.
Well, the store. You're talking about the storeroom, though.
Storeroom, yeah.
Oh,
I think we
I can melt
let's try
it
and find someone with a key.
if
Yeah.
we find
Let's,
some.
let's explore one of these other tunnels.
The one with the bear trap.
It smells like death in there. I don't know if you want to go down that tunnel.
I can make
There's
it smell
this one
better.
down here.
There's also a rune that looks like it will explode and do fire damage to you.
Where's the other one? I can't see very far. Where'd you guys go? Hello? Is anyone here? Oh, there you are. Okay, I see.
All right. So you guys are going down this tunnel. I
Don't
assume.
leave me
Yeah.
behind. That was scary.
I can see
All right.
everything.
As you begin to descend down this tunnel, or actually not descend, but traverse it, the tunnel bears a lot of settled rubble and signs of battle. Blood spatters and deep gouges in the rock walls, the scorts of magic.
Ooh.
But no bodies are in sight. The air is still and dank, and a foreboding sense of dread permeates the very space around you. Intuitively, you get the impression that this tunnel is once sealed, but with the recent earthquake, it has opened once again.
Ooh.
So we want to close this with one of those breakers.
Yeah.
Like this goes to the Underdark, maybe.
Oh.
Yep, but that's your impression. You
I'm like peeking around every corner.
yeah. But I do need you to make me a
I'm not going to go further.
perception checks. Wisdom perception. Everybody can do so.
Awesome.
20.
All right, so Gavrian and Abelard, both of you notice that there seems to be what looks to be a single sheet of ripped paper. It is underneath what appears to be a rock, and then almost like embedded in the rock, you see that there's an 8-inch long iron arrow,
Ooh.
like kind of stabbed into the top of the rock.
Iron.
Iron.
We have succeeded.
Glad I didn't take an hour down there.
So a sheet of paper underneath the rock, and there's an iron arrow stabbed into the
What's the paper say?
and it's kind of off to the side as if it was purposely, moved out of the way or maybe hidden here on purpose.
Hmm.
Take a look at the paper if they point it out to us.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
so
look at that.
you notice that there is an aged and yellowed sheet of paper. It looks to be some sort of journal fragment, and it is written in Dwarvish. But fortunately for Barnabas, you can read it.
I
We
know
can
about
both
that.
read it.
Yes. So you guys will take a look at the sheet of paper together.
Hmm.
And give me a second.
You're like reading it aloud, and I literally have no fucking clue what you're saying. But like I'm reading it just in my head, but I know what it says.
Nice.
All right. There you go.
I would be reading it in common.
Oh.
And that's what you currently see.
Mm.
In the lavatories. All right.
Also, like I described, there's an 8-inch black arrow
All right, let's take this back to the.
embedded in the stone. If you pull it out, you'll notice that there's something very distinctive about it. The entire arrow is one solid piece, but where the fletching would normally be, you notice that there is a thread, like almost like a screw.
Hmm.
That seems right. Let's go try this out.
All right, back to the door.
Totally key.
Do we want to look farther down here, or we just?
Nope.
That's
I don't
enough.
think we
No,
want
the
to.
Underdark is a bad place.
You get lost there quick, and there's big bad things.
All right. Fair enough.
Your best guess is this is where the Illithid and the Beholder came from. So what are you trying to do with this arrow?
See if it will screw into that spot.
You don't see any holes looking at the door due to your previous investigation check of where this arrow would screw in.
Push it into that spot. Nothing.
Pushing or pulling has no effect, although it is magnetic.
Right.
Shit. And I don't have anything to dispel magic either, so really. Shit.
Any ideas?
We should have probably asked them how to open the door that they wanted us to.
Probably
go
should have asked a
through.
lot of questions. What does the mushroom
Yeah,
look like?
That may have helped.
Do you have
But,
the key?
actually, Ragnar did tell you he doesn't know how to open the door.
Oh.
There was only one person that knew, and that was Belfast. He was the guy who built it.
And he's dead.
We haven't found him yet.
Well, you haven't found him yet.
Now that I have the
That's fine.
iron arrow, can I roll again to see if I can figure out anything?
No.
It's worth a
No
shot.
ideas come to mind. Actually, I'll allow you an intelligence check, straight up.
Awesome.
Oh, well.
No, you're drawing blanks.
Been staring at the door for
Right.
too long.
So, Bear Trap Tunnel or the other northern tunnel from the mine lot?
Bear Trap Tunnel smells like death.
Let's try the other one first.
Yes.
Well, maybe there's someone with key. Maybe there's a corpse with keys over there.
After you.
I mean, sure, but I feel like no. Let's go to the other one first. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna end up back in the lobby. Okay.
We don't seem to make much progress. Just hang out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Hey, we've killed two
We
badass
killed
monsters.
things, yeah.
Did we get paid up front? Because I don't think we're going to be saving her.
So you find a short tunnel. You guys should move yourselves to where Gavrian and Novar. And then there's a staircase that descends about 60 feet, and then at the bottom of it, you see a tunnel, a T-shaped tunnel that goes to the left, to the north, and to the south.
Peek around the
One of
corner.
these has.
All right, peeking around the corner to the north, you see that there is what appears to be a tunnel that only extends north for 30 feet before it ends in a sudden collapse. The area is littered with decaying bodies of several dead miners, 5 in total. They look like they've attempted to make a stand here with their pickaxes but failed miserably. Because you're peeking, we'll allow you a perception wisdom check.
Perception.
Okay. You don't immediately notice anything. To the south, you see that there are
Ooh, there's dead guys over here.
there's a tunnel that extends from your current position about 40 feet and ends at a door that appears very similar to the door that was on the south side of the storeroom. And then you also notice that on the eastern side of the wall are 2 doors that appear to be restrooms. You notice that they are written in Common and Dwarven as lavatories.
Remember, they want necrotic potions for the bathrooms, so watch out.
What's in those bathrooms?
Stuff and things.
I'll take a look at the bodies and see if any of them have a key.
Wisdom perception, or if you go closer and you actually spend some time, I will allow investigation intelligence.
I'll do that.
Okay. So, fortunate for you, although it smells really bad here, you are able to find another very similar fragment. This one is actually much in the same way as the other one, shoved under a rock. And then behind the rock, what you notice is that there is a 1 foot long iron rod. On one end of the rod, you notice that there is a carabiner, like a D-ring. And then on the other end of the rod is what looks to be for lack of a better word, a 12-sided die. The entire thing appears to be made out of iron. It's very heavy. And the journal fragment itself, assuming that you slide it out from the rock, is written in Dwarven. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you now.
Again.
Yeah. Hold on a second. There you go.
Mhm. Good month indeed. It's good month, obviously. Mhm. Hmm. Mm.
All right. One of you stronger people mind taking that iron thing?
Oh, you can lift it. It's no problem.
They said it was very heavy.
It's heavy, but it's liftable by you.
I'm very weak, so I wasn't sure.
Wait.
I'm
Okay.
strong. I have lots of muscles.
So now that I've read this journal fragment, do I maybe recognize what the lodestone was? Like, did I see something that I'm like, oh, that was probably the lodestone?
Well, you can make me an intelligence check, unless you have a relevant profession or
No.
tool proficiency.
This does sound like something related to.
I'm more into brewing beer and cooking food. I'm not really a
Yeah.
stoneman.
So go ahead and make me a straight up intelligence.
Okay. Oh, hey.
So it immediately hits you. You know that lodestones are another word for magnetic rocks.
Okay.
And he said he had this rod made, so it probably does the same function.
Yeah, I think this is a magnetic thing.
What if you put two magnets together? They repel.
We put it on and we turn it, and maybe it will unlock something, is my thought. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Well, should we keep wandering around now that we're over here, or should we just go back to that door?
Well,
See if
is
this
the
door's
bottom?
open.
Yeah, is this door locked too?
I'm gonna check out
The door immediately near Nova?
Mm-hmm.
What are you
Okay.
looking at? I can't.
Well,
Oh,
it's
no,
a
this-
laboratory,
Oh, no,
so
Oh,
this
no,
bottom
no.
door.
Yeah.
so if you walk up to the door and you try to open it toward you,
Mhm.
it does not. The knob does not turn. You notice that it is locked.
We really got to find a key ring or something. That would
I
be
go into
so
the
helpful.
bathroom. Excuse me.
You go into the bathroom.
I
Okay.
don't know if you want to go to the bathroom.
I have to
Get
use the
eaten by a
facility.
slime.
Was that in or out of character?
Yes.
In character.
All right. So Gavin, you open the door with a loud creak. It creaks open, and as you look inside, you see a small laboratory. It's quiet and peaceful. A stone wash basin on the wall. Looks like it may have once been providing a constant stream of clean, fresh water from a faucet built into the wall above it. But it seems to have stopped functioning altogether. A removable stone bench on one wall with a hole has an obvious purpose. A wooden vanity cabinet is in the room as well.
Pillage the cabinet.
I'll let you have your privacy.
Okay. So you're investigating the cabinet?
Yeah.
Okay. So you find a lot of what looks to be just towels and things like that, but tucked into the top drawer, you actually notice that there is a clearly marked potion that says a potion of necrotic resistance. And you notice that there is a skull label on it with a big red X over it.
Okay.
Grab
Cool.
that.
Cool.
There cool stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
Really helps the flow.
I'm gonna check out this one.
All right. Much like the one that Gavrian searched through, you find the exact same things. So you now have 2 potions.
Ooh. No spooky stuff inside the bathroom.
Nope. Spooky stuff.
Okay. No spooky bathrooms. Non-spooky bathrooms. Okay, good.
Excellent.
And the faucet still also doesn't work in this one, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Shit. I closed the door.
Speaking of shit, I would close the door. We don't want to see that.
It's magical. It's like rainbow color.
So Gavrian has a potion, Nova has a potion, and also keep in mind you guys have a Scroll of Greater Restoration and Dust of Disappearance. I believe that's in Barnabas's possession.
I think I have it actually.
Okay.
I can't use the scroll. I wouldn't keep it.
Okay, it's in Nova's possession. So
You
pretty
wanna
much the
try-
only areas you have not explored at this point are the storeroom and the hallway with the steel traps.
Do I want to head that way?
Can we?
Yep.
What is there anything north here?
No,
That's a
dead
collapsed
bodies.
tunnel.
Oh,
And
got
dead
it.
bodies, which you didn't find anything else.
No keys. I looked.
Got it.
All the dead bodies.
All right.
I guess, yeah. I'll start heading back to the door.
The clockwork door?
Well, they wanted to go look at the tunnel, and we have to go that way anyway to get there. So, yeah.
Okay.
There's we can't get through into the storeroom right now. We need a
Find a key.
key for that.
I'm going to test my theory out and put the that iron thing, put the dice portion of it on that spot and try
Yep.
turning it either direction, up or down, to see if
So when you do that, immediately you get a sense of very, very strong attraction. And as you try to pull it away, you see that a part of the door actually slides out along with the lodestone rod.
Oh.
Bingo.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
Bingo.
You notice that the door itself starts to shift and move. Gears start to move. Pistons start to hiss and steam. And then what you see is that there is several things pop out. You
Zombies.
notice that there are
Zombies and vampires.
there is what looks to be a depression appears in the door. It's about a foot wide, completely circular. Okay, and above this depression, you notice that there are 4 wheels. Each of the wheels kind of looks like a Price is Right wheel. It's got or a combination lock.
Uh-huh.
It's got numbers on it from 0 to 9, and there's 4 of them right next to each other.
4-digit codes.
1, 2.
So the depression that's about a foot in diameter looks like something can be inserted in it, but you don't know what it is.
Well,
I'll see if the screw-shaped one goes in there.
You don't find anything that looks like a hole that could fit into.
Start like
Oh,
turning the
oh,
wheels.
depression. Gotcha.
damn.
6.
I think we got to go past those bear traps, guys. I know that the smell of death scares you and
9.
everything, but
You're doing 6, 9, okay. So right now it reads 6900.
I was going to try 2713.
2713, nothing happens.
damn, those were good numbers, Barnabas.
I took them off the journal fragments, but
Yeah.
thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, you're pretty smart, huh?
Trying to
Thinking
be.
the same thing.
I think it's 13. Oh, it's ripped away. It's gonna be the date. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's go bear trap it.
I can
I
lift
guess
the
Great. You
bear
guys can put
traps.
yourselves in that hallway. Where be near it.
All right.
So as I described, there are 2 steel traps, and Barnabas was able to find what looked to be a dwarven rune of magical fire,
Hold on, stand back.
roughly behind the second.
So I'm gonna use Mage Hand to just move the bear traps out of the way so I can get to it.
That's what I was gonna do.
So I believe there's a 5-pound or 10-pound limit. These things are heavier than that.
If we use 2 mage hands.
That's exactly what I was thinking. 20 pounds?
20 pounds?
Get this out, Abelard. Just pick it up. Just pick it up with your hand.
Don't
You
pick it
have
up.
hands.
I mean, what if I?
I don't have survival. I don't know how to take apart this trap.
I have survival.
I throw acid.
After you. After you.
I'll be.
You can throw acid at it. Well, it's made out of steel, so it doesn't do very much. Now you have an acid bear trap. Good job.
I wonder if I could just like set them off real fast. I'm pretty quick, as you guys saw.
Yeah, you
Actually-
could try to lightly step over them or try to
Wait.
get to them very
Wait.
quickly.
Before you do that, I'll just use Mage Hand to push 10 pounds of weight on it to see if it will set it off.
Oh.
Okay.
20
So-
pounds of weight on it.
So I will say that works. So you set off the first one. It closes with a sudden,
Clang.
snap. And then the second one, when you push on it, you you notice that there is a nozzle that pops out of the floor, and the glowing rune brightens and flares. And I need Abelard, Nova, and Barnabas all to make
Oh shit.
all to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
Oh.
yikes! Yikes!
Shit.
Should have done this before we slept.
So Abelard, you are fine. You
Bastard.
put up your hands in time to not get blasted in the face with fire. The other 2 of you, however, you're going to take the full 26.
Holy shit.
Abelard, you only take 13.
Well, I take nothing because of evasion, right? Or
Oh, that's right. So you take nothing. You actually completely move out of the way. However, unfortunately, there is now a gout of flame in this hallway, not going away. So
It just
I will
persists.
give you guys 1 action to get out of here or do
Yeah.
something.
Getting out.
Yeah.
how does it go down the entire hallway?
So it's coming out from right behind the second most
It's like pointing
rune.
this way.
Yep, just like that.
Can I go behind
Fire
it?
like this.
Can I go this way?
Yeah, you could run through it. Yeah, that's fine. So you run through it, and now you are behind the flame, and you stop there.
And what's it? Is it coming out of something?
Like a little...
It seems to be coming out of the magical rune on the ground.
Can I like?
Rub it out.
Can I rub one out real quick?
You're not really sure exactly how, because it's not like something that. Well,
I remember seeing it
You can
before, so
try to something. You can make me an intelligence Arcana check.
I was gonna say I saw it before, so I'll direct him how to do it. So I give him advantage on that. No, assisting him because I did see it. and You told me I knew how to put it out.
Yeah, all right. I'll let you verbally guide him on how to do that. So it'd be an intelligence Arcana, and you would get advantage.
Ooh. Oh, thank you for the advantage. 16.
So 16, unfortunately, is not good enough.
I'm
Turn
trying. I don't
degrees
know.
to the
Shooting,
left.
you're
You're
still
talking
shooting a gout
about,
of flame.
It all looks the same to me.
Throw some water on it.
Should I pee on it or something?
Yeah.
Pee on it.
Pee on it.
Oh, God. You begin to whip your dick out, and then you think that's a...
Like, okay,
Actually,
okay.
why don't you make me a wisdom
We're
check?
we
streaming this.
can't
all this way.
see
I'll put this
anything. It's
away.
just fire. So
Is it a wisdom check?
Yeah. Yeah, you think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, okay, all right. That's maybe. Well,
I'll leap into your pee hole.
maybe I should come back to you guys. I don't know what to do over here. I thought I could stop it, but it's a rune and I'm not good at those.
Pour some water on it.
Stand on it.
You
Don't
have your
come back.
cask? That's obviously a great idea, putting alcohol
Go
on
see
the
what else
fire.
you see.
Check what's down there.
You want me to go check it out? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abelard is the hero of this group, and I will continue
You are.
down this path.
You are.
Oh,
Really?
a corpse! Ah!
So you begin to move, and as you're doing so, you notice that there are sudden blades that just shoot out at various heights in the wall.
Oh
And you're
god!
like, oh shit! And you just keep moving to the east as quick as you possibly can. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. You're actually the
Oh,
best person to be in this hallway at this moment. You're like, oh shit! You duck under one, you hop over another one comes at your midsection. You kind of like slide against the wall, and then
Doing
the
like
last
Matrix runs like
again?
against the wall and like going upside
Yeah.
down.
Nobody come down here! Oh,
And actually,
don't follow me, please.
got a question. How high is that the hallway in there?
Oh, the hallway in there is 10 feet high.
Is the flame the entire 10 feet, or is it the 5 feet?
It is not. It is only 5 feet.
All right, so I walk up the wall, go into the ceiling, and walk over it.
And you do that because you have slippers, right? Slippers
Yes.
fight the climbing.
That I just remembered I had.
Nice.
So go ahead and put yourself where you currently, want to stop.
Behind it.
As these blades
Okay.
come out, are they also only on the bottom 5 feet?
Yes,
So,
but they
I'm
are
ass-
currently spinning. So they're between Barnabas and Abelard.
I'm assuming that the rune's right here. No? Yes?
Yes. Actually.
Okay.
There
I'll
you
try
go.
to correctly destroy it.
Yep. So go ahead and make me an intelligence arcana. All right. You're able to basically undo the rune. You're able to chant and say a few words that undo the magic and rub it out as well along.
Always gotta say a few words before I do that.
Yeah. So the gout of flame dies off, it kind of peters out, and at this moment, just the two traps have already been disabled. They're currently, in an upright triggered condition. The fire trap is not happening anymore. However, the spinning blades are there.
And they're up by the bottom, you said?
Yes, that's correct.
Go back up the wall and then the ceiling and go over them.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Barnabas.
Oh,
Put
God.
yourself in the spot where you want to be.
I'm waiting for him to set off more traps before I continue more.
All right, so you're right above there's spinning blades right below you. You're kind of
Send
like
the ghost hand
you're like
over.
perpendicular on the wall, just like okay.
Yeah.
And what's this corpse at the end of the hallway?
That is a very good question. All right, so
God.
the battered and bloodied corpse of what looks to be a mountain dwarf miner lies slumped against the rubble of a collapsed wall, where you see signs of the blood spatter and the blackened markings that indicate an explosion occurred here. You can only guess that this is Belfast Bricken, quite dead. Silvery armor peeks out from under his clothing, and an open leather journal lies on the ground next to the dwarf. His decaying hand rests atop a bloody page.
Mage hand that book.
All right. Yep, that is not a problem. You are able to mage hand the book out from within from under his hand and bring it to you, I assume?
Yeah.
All right, just give me a second here. I just want to show you kind of what he would look like if he was alive. There you go. Except he's wearing silvery armor underneath his clothing. And when you take a look at the book, you notice that his hand was resting atop an open entry. So you are able to find the page because it's got like a nice bloody handprint on it. But there's a lot of information here, and it's all written in Dwarven. You notice that a lot of it is illegible because it was damaged in what looked to be some sort of explosion. But there are still a couple of intact pages. You might be able to pick through the information and kind of glean a little bit more, but it may take you like an hour to read through it.
Okay.
However, the last page itself is pretty legible. So I'm going to show you what that says right now.
Mushrooms. Ah.
Oh fuck.
Ta-da! Maybe you should read this aloud for the recording, you know? Who does a good dwarf voice?
I mean, that's obviously Scottish, so as a rule.
Yeah, that's
I tried
They
to
can
kill
read.
the drow with me hammer. I don't know.
That's good.
so. Elaine is a drow.
I feel like she wants us to get this mushroom for some nefarious purpose.
And I want, like, yeah, I think she might just be sending us down here to die, even. Like, I don't know if she's even,
Hmm.
like, she.
Well,
What the hell are these mushrooms trying to do?
it says, you know, if you find this, you know, go through the door.
The rat open the
Gets
keyhole.
Take the armor so that, you know, a dwarf can wear it. Might be magical, might change.
Now he's got some other stuff on him as well. From your current angle, you know, you'd have to take a closer look. And
All right, I'm going to go check them out. You stay back. If there's an explosion,
Well, I
that
need
kind of
actually
thing.
both of you guys to make me a wisdom perception check.
Okay. Give me 1 sec.
Oh.
All right.
I'm pretty focused on this journal.
All right.
And I start packing another pipe.
Take the gear. Give me that armor.
Go get that gear.
I can't fit. I don't know about going through there. We're
So
too
can I walk
tall.
forward and...
Yeah. You can do whatever you like.
All right, I'm going in.
All right. So as soon as you take one step,
Oh.
as soon as you get to here.
Always check for traps. Do you not know the rule? You're not even checking. Oh, you did.
I need you to
Actually.
make me a
There's
dexterity
no
saving throw,
ropes
please.
here. That's not their job.
My job is just run through shit and dodge it all.
So as you're about to take a step, you realize that your foot goes right through the floor. You're like, oh shit, and you bring your balance back, and you end up back in the same spot that you were just previously standing in, because what you now see before you is what looks to be a translucent floor,
Whoa.
and at the bottom
That's
of
not
that
very
you see a bubbling green, actually not bubbling, but just like kind of fizzy green liquid.
Ew.
How far is it?
I'm going to show you right now.
Oh,
Jump over
Good
that.
jump.
all right.
So it's at the bottom of a pit. That's seems to be a 30-foot drop.
Do you have a long piece of wood?
I can just walk over it.
Yeah, but I'm nervous. There's going to be an explosion over there because it looks like he died by explosion.
Well,
Yeah, that's why I was hoping you'd go first.
Yeah, me too. I could try and jump it, or I don't know, like I don't have any kind of. I don't have
Actually-
anything that'll help me, but I could just try and
You do.
jump it.
I can
You have
do
a
something.
key. You can spend the key point and double your jumping.
Oh yeah.
Can
That's
I do that? Oh yeah, no, where's that?
It's under your unarmored movement.
Oh yes.
Mm.
Oh yeah, and I can move up vertical surfaces without falling. So I
Like
can just like
Matrix.
run across. I can just like run across the side of. of the wall, kind
You
of.
can. That's right.
All right, I'm just gonna go. All right, give me a second, and I'm just gonna kind of like do a matrix run up the wall.
Sure. You like kick
Go to the
off
other
the other
side.
one. You're kind of like parkouring off of both walls, and you get
Uh-huh.
across it really easily, and you end up next to the body of Belfast.
That was cool, Grandpa.
Grandpa got moves.
All right, I'm gonna search
Those
the
joints are
body.
aching, but you did it.
All right. I don't. I guess I'll step into this room to try and like set off any explosion.
Actually, no explosion happens. Yeah, whatever explosion occurred here already happened.
Uh-huh.
So there's clear signs of it all over the
Yeah.
place.
I think we're good, Barnabas.
All right. Are
You
you,
want to come in?
do you need me to help grab stuff?
No, oh no, I just, I didn't know if you wanted to be included. All right. And I started looking at this stuff.
All right.
I'm just staring. I'm staring
Uh,
at the journal.
yeah, so you're just reading the journal, and Abelard's kind of rifling through the guy's pockets.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find what looks to be mithril chainmail. It's gleaming and silvery, maybe magical. Well, actually, mithril is automatically magical, so I'll automatically show you that to you guys. You also see two other things. You see there's a key on a ring.
Definitely taking that.
Definitely appears dwarven in nature. And then finally, you also notice that there is a what looks to be a large 12-inch diameter wheel of green iron.
Perfect.
Mm,
Grab that.
perfect.
On the
Grab that
inside of the
too.
wheel, as you pull it out and you're kind of looking at it, you see that the inside of the wheel itself has 12 holes. The holes themselves appear to be threaded.
Oh, hey, we got some threaded holes here.
Your best guess is that the iron arrow that you found before can screw right into one of the holes. Although they all 12 of them appear exactly.
Gonna need 12 arrows.
Okay. So so I find the wheel of green iron, the key, and the mithril chainmail.
Correct.
All right. I
Should
like
we-
put them
Carry them.
in my bag, throw the chainmail over my shoulder, give him a little slap on the cheek, the corpse. Sleep well, buddy.
He's crispy.
We'll take care of that.
We'll get that.
And also, he
bitch for
smells
ya.
really bad.
That drow.
All right.
I'll just run back.
So you pretty much think you've exhausted everything in this hallway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I run back, and I guess now that I'm aware of these blades, I can also just run over the blades
Yep, you can.
as I'm just doing some badass parkour all the way down this hallway, back out here.
All right.
Should we go to the supply room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a key.
We'll probably have to fight the guardian.
I can make you
Well-
invisible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got the dust of disappearance,
There we go.
That too.
and I'm pretty sneaky as is. I mean, I
Uh-huh.
feel like, Abelard clearly is the hero of this adventure, but if anybody else wants a chance, I don't want to stop them.
No, you do it.
All right.
All right.
Head over to there, I guess.
Yep. So doesn't matter which way you approach the storeroom. You can put yourselves on the map near it, though. So who's actually opening the door with the key?
The self-proclaimed hero.
All right.
Believe in you, Grandpa.
With and
I'm
I
right
put the
behind you.
dust of disappearance on beforehand.
That affects multiple people.
Oh, do we want to use that? I mean,
I mean,
I can just try and sneak around. Let's
use it.
should I use it? Should we
Sprinkle
save
that
it?
at you.
It's up to you guys. Are you?
Yeah.
All right, sprinkle me, sprinkle me, sprinkle me, sprinkle me, man.
Sprinkle.
All right. So here's the dust of disappearance again, just for your own knowledge. I assume that everyone's being affected by this.
Mhm.
So you're currently all in the effects of visibility. Don't forget, however, that although you're invisible, you still do make noise.
Mhm.
So you open the door, you unlock the door. I assume you try to open it.
Yep.
And we
Okay.
can't see each other, so I'm like bumping into
But very,
people like
very slowly and quietly.
All right. So make me a stealth dexterity check.
Okay. Boink.
Very good. So the door opens without a squeak. And what you can see is that there is a very, very tall, large stone golem patrolling around the room. I'm going to read it to you right now. It's littered with recessed shelves that line the walls, littered with crates, wooden boxes, tools, hard hats, and things like that. The middle of the room is occupied by 2 floor-to-ceiling pieces of wooden shelving furniture that you notice there's a lot of things on those shelves. Circling the room on patrol is the stomping form of a golem made of gray stone, in the shape of a nearly 10-foot-tall dwarf holding a shield and a warhammer at the ready. And as it's moving, although slowly, it is doing a circular patrol all around the room as you hear thun, thun, thun in a clockwise motion.
So I guess I'll just kind of sneak in, like behind it when it comes through.
Yeah, go
Right.
for it.
Now,
So when it gets to that position, you sneak in. So this is a different stealth check because you are, you made one before to open the door quietly. This time you're actually moving. So I need another check.
try and find the code.
Okay. So that is good. It is unaware of your presence. As you're looking around, you see that there are a ton of things on these shelves. So you can make me a wisdom perception. All right. So at the moment, you're not sure what you're looking for. There's just so many, it's like looking for milk in the fridge. But you're not sure where it is.
that's sour cream. That's not milk. Ah!
So it continues to do its patrol around the room. Are you
Boop, boop,
behind it?
boop.
Yeah, I'm just like slowly
Yeah.
sneaking behind
Yeah,
it.
you're kind of slowly sneaking behind it. So unless anybody else is doing anything, they don't really know that you're finding anything.
I just wink at Nova as I pass by.
Well, we can't
Well,
see each other.
She's
so-
invisible, and you're invisible.
Oh, yeah.
So nobody sees any winks.
Wink
And I'm just like
into the
searching as I
cosmos.
go by. All right, so after like 2 passes of trying to find something, going behind it, I will dip back out into the hallway and just whisper to everyone and say, "It didn't see me, but I didn't find shit."
Whoa, wait, where'd you come? Wait, who are you? I'm like having my hands out, trying to touch. I touch your face probably somehow.
Stop! It's me. Come on.
You
Who
think
else
you
is there?
grabbed Gabrian's boob.
Abelard, your face is so squishy.
That's.
I think you're trying to find a code or something so we can get through. And the explosives. They look like probably clay pots or something with a fuse.
So anyone else is welcome to look into the room as well and try to look around. You don't
I'm-
necessarily have to enter the room.
All right, in that case, I'll take a look. Well, when I can.
All right, so go ahead and make me a wisdom perception.
Look for clay pots and a code. Would a code be written down really on anything?
Oh, okay. So with your 18, you think you spot what looks to be on one of the shelves. Four pots. It almost looks like clay pots with kind of like a wick coming out of them. That's your best guess, is that those are the dwarven shaft breakers. And kind of sandwiched between 2 of them in a very awkward way or almost obvious way, you see that there is a 4-inch long iron arrow. It appears exactly the same as the 8-inch long.
We need lots of those. We need 12 of those.
You only see one.
I'll kind of whisper the general area of where they are and what they look like so he can go back and get them.
Yeah, when he describes their position, it takes you a little while to try to figure it out, Abelard, but because you're under the effects of the dust of disappearance, which lasts several minutes, you're eventually able to locate what he's talking about.
And then I'll also tell you to look for more arrows potentially.
Yeah, so I'll go in and
All right, so it is doing its patrol again. When it gets to, you can.
I run in.
Stealth. Oh,
I'll
you're
make
just gonna
another
run in
stealth.
and try to grab it?
No, I'll make another stealth check.
Okay. All right, you're fine.
Doing.
So yeah, you tiptoe in. It does not notice or hear you. And looking around the shelves for more arrows, make me. You don't have to make me a perception check. You don't see anything that looks like more arrows. You just see
Okay.
the 4 dwarven shaft breakers and the single 4-inch iron arrow.
Well, can I grab all of that and bring it back into the hallway?
The shaft breakers are kind of heavy. They're 10 pounds each.
Okay.
So it would maybe take you at least 2 trips.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll take. If I need to wait for him to come back around, I can
Yeah, that's fine.
wait and go and grab and go and
You can
grab.
make me one more stealth check, and if you succeed on this, then you're able to grab all 4. Probably.
Oh, come on.
All right, you're fine.
Woo.
All right, so you're now back out in the hallway, 4 dwarven shaft breakers in hand, and
Still
you
can't
have
see
a
it.
single 4-inch iron arrow.
Oh, we can see those.
No,
Oh, I
it turns
got-
invisible when you touch him, doesn't it?
Well,
No, they're kind
I'll
of
set them
down.
down.
Okay.
All right, I
Uh,
think we got the shaft breakers.
Close the door.
All right, you close the door,
Close the
and
door.
fortunately, that's just about the same time that your invisibility wears off.
Woo! Let's go
Nice.
blow up that tunnel and see if we can figure out the door.
Well, I wonder before we blow up the tunnel, maybe we should try and figure out the door because I feel like more of these arrows might be down that tunnel. Right? Like, if we need 12 of them and we have 2 and we blow up the tunnel, that might be our only chance to find them.
Well, let's go take a look at the door then.
Also, I'm sorry. Should we just go kill this elven bitch? Like,
Yeah, I don't quite know why he wants us to go through the door. Yeah.
Well,
Right,
I kind of want
like,
to know what's by
we-
the door.
I mean, I'm down to try and go through the door, but if we fail again, maybe we just go back up and kill that bitch
I
and
mean,
then figure out the door.
If we kill her, I mean, it's possible that she's probably keeping the weird poison on her. And if we kill her, I mean, she probably knows the cure.
That's a good point.
And
Well, we could just torture her and find
So
out
the-
the answer.
So the answer, Barnabas's question, is actually in the last paragraph of.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Beltran's-
rereading.
Yeah.
So one of the ways that she gets back and forth apparently is in the grotto, if I'm understanding it correctly.
That's correct.
but where's
So we
the
can
grotto?
blow up that so she can't get back, and then we can capture her above.
So we're like stopping her escape route, basically.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's blow some shit up.
All right, let's go figure out this door.
All right, so you guys walk back up to the door. You have 4 items. You have the lodestone, which you've already used. You have the wheel of iron. That's 12 inches in diameter. On the inside of the wheel, you see 12 evenly spaced holes that are threaded. And then you have 2 arrows, an 8-inch arrow and a 4-inch arrow. On the fletching side of the arrow, you see that there are threads that match the holes on the inside of the wheel.
So when we put the wheel onto the door, do the holes face out or do they face in?
So the holes are on the inside of the wheel, so
Okay.
yeah,
So they'd face towards the door.
they face right.
Okay. Is there any holes there?
No, so the wheel, you would literally just fit the wheel into the door.
Right.
Maybe we put the.
Maybe the
Then you could try
arrows are
that.
just handles so that you
That's
could
what I was thinking, yeah.
turn it.
And they just give you 12 holes because they
Holes.
want you to have options.
Uh-huh.
For your handholds, some people like it wide, some people like them close together.
I guess, let's try it. It's a thought. Put them in and try to see if we can spin it.
Okay. So, how are you putting them in? You're threading them in. Are the arrows right next to each other? So imagine it. You tell me what you're doing.
I would,
across from each other?
I think like 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
And then
So
Are
and then
the
you're
holes
fitting
evenly
that.
spaced?
So when you do that and then you're putting the wheel into the door?
Yeah.
Okay. And the wheel currently is on what numbers?
12 and 6. Oh, you mean the dial?
Yeah, the dials.
It was where you last left it, which was...
I think we'll change it to match the time that we just put in. So we just made it 6 o'clock. So make it 0600.
Good. All right. So when you do that and you fit the wheel in and you change the wheels to 0600, you hear a loud hiss. All the gears on the door start to move, and you see an invisible seam start to actually appear. The door slides open to the left and to the right with a solid thud.
I gotta say, Barnabas, you've come a long way from Pebble Shining.
That
So as it separates,
is so cool.
you match the time on the wheel to the 4-digit combination. You hear a satisfying series of clicks. Doors slowly slide apart, and and then what you notice is that a wide staircase descends into a massive room that glows with violet light below.
And waiting where?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, okay.
I was like, it's so...
Back to the waiting?
Yeah, what's that?
There you go. There you go. So I'm gonna finish my room description here. So waiting at the opening at the bottom of the steps is a strange sight. Upright, bipedal mushroom people of varying heights, tending a massive, wide room filled with a garden of mushrooms covering every conceivable surface. Their cloudy white bodies, black beady eyes, and deep purple caps resemble wide-brimmed hats. But one in particular stands above the rest, like a king in his court holding a massive scepter of rotted wood and fungus. The most dominant feature in the room is the structure at its center that resembles a large, square water well. Square in shape, it has a pulley system that's rigged 30 feet from the ceiling to allow one to descend from the attached platform at the base of the well. You notice that there's a plaque on the front of it, written in Dwarvish and Common. It reads, Plim's Delve, Raven Rock Mine Entrance, CY 597. And I think that's a perfect spot to stop.
Dang it! No, I want to talk to my mushroom friends.
So it says Plim's Delve.
It says Plim's Delve, Raven Rock Mine Entrance, CY 597. And the well itself appears like old and, disused.
Okay. Ah, shit!
Fuck.
Mushroom people, should I eat them?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
I'm gonna try and eat them.
All right.
Fuck.
Nice.
So I know that was tough today against that beholder.
I know I couldn't
was
do
fun.
anything.
That was fun.
Well, it's a good thing you guys are only 4 people, because 5 people, and then I start using legendary actions, and then he would have had his normal amount of.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was, I was sad that Nova was just charmed the
I know.
whole time.
I just couldn't do anything. I was
It's a good thing I only
as soon
rolled
as I
that
saw
once.
as soon as I saw the beholder, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do like banish me, I'm gonna do like hold monster, this is gonna be so easy, and then boom, charm, and like all my plans gone.
Awesome.
Did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Killed a beholder with
Once I read about the time for the door, I'm like, oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was
It was
clutch.
pretty smart.
It's cool having like puzzles. That's something that I like never use as a DM that I wish I was better at. Puzzles are fun.
Puzzles.
It's hard to come up with them.
I like them, but you have to come up with alternative solutions. So
Yeah, because sometimes people won't
Mhm.
find the things, and then they're just like sitting there
Mhm.
stuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean it's easy to find the things. I mean, all you gotta do is explore.
Mhm.
But you should always have, in my opinion, 3 different ways to solve something. So you guys took the most direct route, which was go directly to the mines. But actually, you could do this whole adventure without ever stepping foot into here.
Nice.
Wow.
So, like, if you ever played this a second time, and you could go a completely different route and never
Yeah.
do this area.
Yeah, because now that we know that the
The beholder would still show up.
Well, also the cool thing is that I can actually change who Elaine actually is. I'm sorry, who the drow actually is.
oh, interesting. That is cool.
So you could play it, and it could be like Clue, like a completely different person.
It was
It's actually the stick person.
mustard with the mustard.
It was Colonel Mustard with the mustard.
Is there a,
That's
is
an
there a-
old. It's an inside joke. We played Clue with Ryan's family. The poison is what we called the mustard. So it's Colonel Mustard with the mustard, and we just use that for every single guest, pretty much. And it gets old, but it's still funny every time. Me and Ryan. His brother's not amused though.
So is there a reality in which Bransby is the drow? Because that's terrifying.
It could be possible.
He's horrifying enough.
Come help us, but not really. But do.
Yeah, but not really. Like, no. For him to be. Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for playing. We'll pick it up in 2 weeks on the 29th, though. That's the when we're normally scheduled to play. And then we'll go back to our Storm King's Thunder game.
Great. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Good game.
Thank you guys for playing. And Kevin, we're playing on the 21st, right?
One moment.
Because we didn't play this Monday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. That was
Thanks.
fun.
Laters.
Have a good night.